This is Dolynny TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome aboard as we get set up to bring live coverage, obviously, the play-by-play of tonight. What could be history in the NHL, tying history, that is. The Edmonton Oilers looking for win number 17 this evening in a row against none other than the Vegas Golden Knights, right? You know, for the Oilers this season, when it comes to winning a Stanley Cup, should that be their fate, I think all roads lead through Vegas and, of course, Colorado, potentially as well Winnipeg, and potentially somewhere in the mix, maybe Vancouver. So there's four teams the Oilers would love to beat for various reasons, whether it be the start of this year, whether it be the past few playoffs. The Oilers have some targets that they would like to take out when it comes down to things here this year, and of course, as Oilers fans, we'd love to see it happen. So we'll see what the Oilers have in store for us this evening, friends. But game number 17 of this 16-game win streak is where our eyes lay. Like I said in the video yesterday, it is our in-season Stanley Cup at current. We're looking forward to hopefully beating the Vegas Golden Knights, putting on a good showing, and of course, also trying to go out there and do exactly what we need to win a hockey game, because end of the day, this is a 4-point game and it's pretty important in the standings, whether you care about streaks or not. Friends, as well, today we lost a great legend in the country music scene. It's been a while since I last busted out this shirt, but I thought appropriate tonight as well as we raise our red solo cups in memory of Toby Keith this evening. For me, mixing up some mango juice and some Sprite, a failed lazy attempt at some sort of Shirley Temple, if you would. That's what I've been drinking, staying sober here the past several years. But friends, of course, tough news to wake up to this morning. And I know that thankfully every time we look at a red solo cup, we'll think of the man, Toby Keith. So friends, as we get underway, the Edmonton Oilers, a 17-game win streak on the line here. And we are, well, just about 15 minutes away from the broadcast flipping over to the Edmonton Oilers versus the Vegas Golden Knights. I believe we are on national television across the United States tonight, so we're on for what should be a pretty good party, I'll tell you that much. And we look forward to the Oilers putting on a pretty dang good show tonight. So I think someone there, I explained the shirt pretty well. I think that's where, when I went through the closet tonight, there was one only choice. This one picked up back in Medicine Hat during the Medicine Hat Stampede in 2022. Definitely a great little pickup there at the Lamleys, I believe it was, in Medicine Hat. So always a good time to stop by and get some new Western clothes. Peter, good evening. Sam, good evening to you as well. As we get into what is going to be a pretty big game. I think both your comments here lining up the same kind of situation. This is the Oilers' first, well, game back of the second half officially after the All-Star break. And friends, you know what that means. We're in the stretch drive, we're in the postseason push, whatever you want to say. And when it comes down to it for the Edmonton Oilers, is game in, game out. As it did last year towards the end, it starts feeling like playoff hockey, and let me tell you, it would not be a bad time to get a little taste of that this evening against the Vegas Golden Knights. Everett, welcome in, as well as friends. We're lining up for what is going to be a fun hockey game. I've been jacked up all evening to do this one. I actually had to sit down and play the old Game Boy there that have kicking around still, and had to calm the nerves a little bit, take my mind off of what's a pretty big hockey game for the Edmonton Oilers. Didn't really see much of a point in getting a video up this evening, knowing that I think there's one thing only Oilers fans want to hear about tonight, and this is a hockey game that we're all going to watch and enjoy the heck out of tonight. So, friends, I'm glad to be part of your viewing experience or your listening experience. If you do not have an ability to watch or listen to tonight's hockey game, looking here on what was a brutal hit to the head there for Noel Acciari, who was definitely messed up after that one. Unfortunately, a little nose blood there, and as well looking a little woozy. So hopefully he's all good. He's a big part of the fantasy team this year over the course of the first half of the year. So hopefully he's back in form for when it's playoff time. Not that I'm in the playoffs. I'm actually giving up on the year, but we'll make do. Ian, good evening to you as well as we get set up to start this one out tonight for the Edmonton Oilers and all involved for what should be a very good hockey game tonight for our hockey team looking to do something for us this evening. So Tristan Jarry shut out the Winnipeg Jets tonight. Gotta remember that because it was a pretty important win for kind of all the Western Canadian teams tonight, as the Winnipeg Jets going down. That helps us in the standings overall, chasing the top tier teams. And you got to think too, for the team like Vancouver, that helps them keep the keep on top of the Western Conference. Art, good evening to you as well as we get things rolling along here, friends. We got about 10 minutes till the broadcast flips on over here this evening. Of course, here's the thing. For those of you tuning in and hanging out with me this evening, I think here in the pregame, I think we can all agree we've been here, done this whole thing against Vegas already for several games last spring. I think we know what to expect come third period time, given how the last few live streams have gone. So definitely, if I can encourage you right now, friends, there's about 63 of you hanging out. I see that like button creeping up fast, but if you can, I'd love to encourage you to hit that like button as many times, one, as you possibly can here this evening as we kick things off. John, good evening to you, and Heather, tuning in from Mazatlan, Mexico. Friends, that's the big thing. It is winter holiday season, and when we get up those big numbers there in that first or second intermission, we'll play the Where in the World You Coming From game, and I'm sure we're going to get a whole bunch of tropical destinations, knowing that it's February here in Alberta right now. So the Oilers doing some history stuff, but of course some families and some people out there and across Canada right now making some memories and some history of their own out of country down in the tropics. So see what happens. Dwayne, good evening to you as well, as first time being this nervous in a while. I think the big thing here is I am just excited, but yeah, I 100% get where the nerves could be coming from, and I 100% get why the nerves are happening for folks tonight. I think it's a huge game that the Edmonton Oilers need to go out there and get. Number one, it's 4 points in the standings. When you're talking about trying to get ahead of Vegas, we've got games in hand. This is one of those games in hand, technically speaking. It's a big game that we need to get to cross the 60-point plateau. And then as well, the Oilers could really use that 17th win in a row and a whole bunch of things. Good game against Vegas. Yeah, I can see a lot of storylines here that we're going to have to talk about as this game evolves along tonight, friends. Just an idea for you. Touch back on my previous point about the like button and all that jazz, as I'm believing tonight I could probably hit a target of about 400 watch hours. So friends, if you have a few moments that you have to get up here during the pregame or during the first period intermission or second period intermission, if you can, just throw me on mute, leave everything going. Let's see how crazy we can get things towards the end of this hockey game. And I tell you, tonight feels like a night. It might take overtime or a shootout for the Edmonton Oilers to win this one. And if it comes down to a shootout, let me tell you, we're going to be in for one heck of a ride here through the extra frames of this hockey game, if that so too is the case. So, Christine, good evening to you. And I think we are aboard for what is going to be a fun one tonight. I think we're watching highlights here on Sportsnet Central right now. Travis Konechny just scored his 23rd goal of the season. Sean Walker had an assist as the Flyers beat the Panthers 2-1. Carter Verhaeghe scored his 25th already. My goodness, Florida has some big guys scoring some big goals this season for them. And I think we're in for pretty fun playoffs all told when everything adds up. And I mean, that was the tough part about the start of the season, is you know that we would have loved to see the Oilers in there. Now we have a good chance that we should see the Oilers in there. And the biggest part is when you go down to enjoying it, it's better to enjoy playoff hockey when the Oilers are in it as opposed to when the Oilers are out of it. So let's see what this back half's going to do, right? This is, technically speaking, the kickoff party to the playoff push for the Edmonton Oilers. So that in and of itself is very exciting as well. So we are in store for a really good one here tonight, and I think the Oilers are going to show us a pretty good performance. I think against Vegas, this is kind of the perfect game to try and tie the record against. Simply put, you're going to earn it. Number one, it's the Vegas Golden Knights. Of course you're going to earn it. And number two, it's a tough team that the Oilers should, by all means, be ready to get up for tonight in the standings, and in terms of just quality of opponent and what they've done to you over the past several games in the playoffs here last year. So the Oilers on the ice for warm-ups, friends. We are 5 minutes away from the broadcast, flipping over to the Oilers and Golden Knights over on Sportsnet. This is nationally televised across the United States tonight. So we are on for what should be a great one tonight. There's Chris Knobloch on our television sets tonight. Edmonton has won 16 straight. You've got the Mike Flags of Edmonton Sports Talk, Oilers TV, and of course Sportsnet in the mix. And we're in for what should be one heck of a fun hockey game tonight. Obviously, Chris Knobloch talking about Vegas as a kind of outsider to the history here over the past 8 months, I guess you could say, between them and the Edmonton Oilers. But that might not be a bad thing, that some people still to this day accuse Jay Woodcroft of being the one that lost us the series against Vegas. I will vouch that we probably should have gave Jack Campbell a game there the way he was looking in the playoffs last year. So I can tend to agree on some points, and that's where we're going to look to see what Chris Knobloch does tonight to change the Oilers' history here. So, all right, let's go here, friends. 16-game winning streak tied currently with the Columbus Blue Jackets from 16-17. The Penguins in 12-13 were at 15. And, of course, the Islanders from 81-82 back in the Gretzky days, 15 wins. And I talk Gretzky days because that was the team the Oilers had to climb over, obviously, to get to where they got to. Ultimately, to start off what was probably the most productive stretch of franchise history we may very well ever have as Edmonton Oilers fans. So, tough cuff, Mr. Doom, and of course, Armand, welcome in. Glad to have everybody aboard this evening. We are set up for what is going to be one heck of a hockey game. They've got Popeye's wings on the television set. Still haven't tried those. I know I talk about Popeye's a lot, but possibly have to find some time to figure out how to pick some of those up. So, the Oilers away in Vegas. Well, here's the thing about the Oilers being up late in Vegas. They really didn't have much time. I think they flew in there last night, so they obviously would have probably been on curfew and get up for what's going to be an important game tonight. I'd almost be more worried about what they did this afternoon before their pregame naps, to be honest with you. But I think the Oilers pretty much want to just not have to talk about the streak coming to an end, right? Would you rather talk about how, oh man, I don't have to talk about the streak anymore, it's so relieving? Or would you rather talk about, hey, we tied NHL history? I know what I'd rather talk about, and that seems pretty easy. That said, though, if the Oilers need to lose this game for the greater good, I'm good for that as well, but let's just see where we go this evening. So, all right. Friends, to tell you right now, one thing we need to be aware of, I haven't given you that yet, Evander Kane is in the lineup, so we're not in that situation there where I was talking about possibly having Ryan McLeod on that second line again, but Stuart Skinner is, of course, for the Edmonton Oilers. He is starting the game against Aiden Hill, who's 12-2-2 this season, 194 goals against average, and a .936 save percentage so far for the Vegas Golden Knights. Those numbers are very good. Mark Stone has 49 points. Connor McDavid has 67. Zach Hyman with 30 goals. Marcia Show with 25. And then the biggest thing here is Logan Thompson shouldered a lot of the load so far for the Vegas Golden Knights in terms of their wins. Stuart Skinner has 23 of the Oilers' 29 wins this season. So, friends, let's get this going here in a few matter of moments. We got about 2 minutes to go until the Edmonton Oilers are ready to rock and roll for this hockey game tonight. I believe we'll be a little bit delayed starting because we are on national television in the United States tonight, but we'll keep going here in a matter of moments. But Purple Wing, will I be showing the game when it starts? Unfortunately, I can't. Friends, for those of you tuning in, hanging out, can't show the game due to copyright restrictions. The NHL, for what I'm doing right now, has copyright flagged me before. We've sorted that out. I've messaged the members of the YouTube staff for the NHL, and we've gotten that taken care of years ago, but definitely not going to try and mess with the good graces of the NHL to allow me what I do now. So, as we keep going, friends, we need the 2 points, and that's all. Tough Cup, that's end of the day, right? Streak's huge. Everything's huge. Lots of fancy talking points. Number one thing you need tonight is 2 points. That's what it comes down to. I don't care about win 17 as much as the 2 points. Now, win 17 happens because of the 2 points, but you desperately need 2 points here to get the job done. So that's where it kind of all comes together for the Oilers, is kind of part and parcel. The win streak continues as long as you get the 2 points tonight. William, good evening to you as well, and friends. For those of you not sure why I'm sitting here sipping out of a red Solo cup this evening, obviously if you're not a country fan, you might not have heard the big news today. Shocking news to wake up to, obviously, as any country fan listening on country radio this morning, hearing the passing of the great Toby Keith. Obviously, one of his biggest hits, accidentally, of course, as he would say. Red Solo cup, that's why we got the red Solo cup here tonight. Drinking, of course, what you could call a lazy attempt at a Shirley Temple. Some mango orange juice and some Sprite in a cup, and away we go for what should be a good Oilers game tonight. But that is what is up with the red Solo cup tonight, as we are just moments away from this Edmonton Oilers game getting underway on this fine Tuesday evening, friends. Of course, the big thing is we're still in February, whether it feels like it every day or not. As I see about 138 of you hanging out with me right now, I'm going to ask you, if you haven't already, to consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. I'll do that as we close off our pregame portion here in the next few moments. If you are new, I want you to do that, because tonight, let me tell you, friends, it's the countdown to 15,000. We were at 14,899 starting the game tonight, so we're 101 away, and we're going to see a lot of people come through the turnstiles tonight, so we'll see what happens. But as well, if you haven't hit that like button yet here on the stream, I encourage you to do that as well, because the more likes on the stream, the more fun we have later on in the stream when people are able to find us as this game gets heated down the stretch. Jim, good evening to you, and I echo those same sentiments. Let's go Oilers. It's going to be a good hockey game tonight at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. LP, we're looking to make it 17. And Connor, anyone have a streaming link in the States and can't find anywhere to watch? I think if you have Hulu, it's on Hulu tonight. Just saying. Look there if you've got the Hulu. So, TCC, good evening to you as well. And Nate, cheers to you as well. We're saluting our good country singer, Toby Keith, this evening. So, Spencer, good evening to you. Had a pretty good, I could say pretty good all-star break. We got up to a whole bunch of good things, didn't we? Trip up to Edmonton, less than 24 hours in the City of Champions. But, hey, you know what? Anytime you get a chance to be home, it always feels good, right? As we keep going here tonight, TCC's betting on the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm fine and dandy with that, friends. You do your own things with your own money. I'm not going to advise you what to do or what not to do. As referees are on the ice in Vegas, we're just about set up for the anthems and all the goodies here this evening. And Ian hadn't heard about Toby Keith. Well, yeah, that's I'm sorry to have informed you, but yeah, that was the big breaking news this morning. Passing away after his battle with stomach cancer, something he's been dealing with since I believe 2022 is when we first heard news. So, as we continue along here, friends, the Edmonton Oilers just about ready to get to work this evening against the Vegas Golden Knights. It's going to be a big game. Chris Knobloch talking it over with the troops in the dressing room. The Vegas Golden Knights getting ready to walk to the ice right now. 5-point lead on the Edmonton Oilers in the race for second in the Pacific Division. The Oilers currently have 5 games in hand. This does not count as a game in hand because the Vegas Golden Knights as well have to play a game tonight. So even if the Oilers lose, the situation kind of remains the same, 5 games in hand. So the Edmonton Oilers chasing history. They've got the special graphics out on Sportsnet. They've got the playoff graphics out. So giddy up. This is going to be a good hockey game tonight. I'll tell you that much is for sure. So we'll see what ends up happening here for the Edmonton Oilers, but we are in for a good ride. As we go here, friends, for what is going to be a good one this evening. So, Vision, Jonathan, good evening to you as we get set up for the final commercial break before this Edmonton Oilers game, friends. We are going to see if the Oilers can tie the NHL win streaks record. I guess we should take one last look at the watch time here, friends, before we get too updated with everything going on in this hockey game and forget to talk about it, because that's something we try to keep track of game in, game out. How about this? 28 hours on the pregame show, so we should be well over 35 by the time this hockey game gets fired up. Thank you is something I haven't said yet on this live stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. Appreciate you being aboard for the ride this evening, and I hope you stay tuned for what's going to be a fun one tonight. So the Oilers looking for win 17. We're inside T-Mobile Arena in a very crowded Las Vegas this week. It's Super Bowl week in Vegas, and for some reason for Canadians, this Edmonton Oilers game kind of taking precedent early on in this week. As we are just getting things set up, we've got O Canada being played inside T-Mobile Arena, and we are just about ready to get this one up and underway. Justin, good evening to you. Glad to have you aboard. KC, same to you, and Colt as well. Score predictions. I already threw mine down, friends. If you missed it, I'm saying this game's going overtime or a shootout. That just seems to be the natural progression of where we're at and how this game's going to go this evening. So that's my thoughts anyway. And there is a big roar in the crowd for O Canada here in T-Mobile Arena tonight. So that's good news for us Oilers fans. We got a lot of us down there in Vegas. Any of you tuning in right now live from T-Mobile Arena, there's a cheers off to you as we're set up for what will be a huge game tonight. So lots of Oilers fans in Vegas. Everybody looking to catch a sign of history tonight as the Oilers look to, as we've said all night, tie the longest win streak in franchise history, NHL history. We already did the franchise. We already did the Canadian record. Now it's time to giddy up and get that all-time record. Like we've said for a while now, we win against Vegas. It's a slam dunk against the Anaheim Ducks. And the Edmonton Oilers, from rags to riches this season, put on the worst start to a season we've seen as Oilers fans since the decade of darkness. And bing, bang, boom, now we got the U.S. national anthem ready to go here. But just like that, friends, the Oilers go out there and find a way to get back in the win column and get back in the playoff race and possibly chase down the Vegas Golden Knights for second. Tim, good evening to you. Trick, welcome in as well. Jack, wouldn't be a party without you, of course. And Rob tuning in from Florida, still tuning in, appreciate that. That is awesome. And Justin, everybody coming in here hot and heavy right now. Justin here in Vegas repping the oil, appreciate that. That is huge. Of course, like I said, I was just mentioning that. Gord jinxed it now. Well, I mean, if we jinx it, that's fine and dandy. The streak does have to come to an end at some point, so we'll see if that some point is tonight. SK, good evening to you. Let's go Oilers. And Homelander, glad to see you aboard. So we got the regulars in here right now. I think we're just missing one or two. I think I can think of two in particular. Magic, there's one. Actually, I should say three because I wasn't counting on Magic. My brain hadn't gotten there yet. We're missing one Ace and one Stoney right now as well. And I'm sure there's several other I could list. But we've got pretty much everybody aboard for what's going to be an absolutely electric game tonight, friends. That said, the Oilers probably go down 3-0 in the first 5 minutes. You know how that goes, but we'll see what happens here tonight. As the U.S. national anthem comes to an end, lots of Oilers fans in the stands, seeing so many Oilers jerseys on this pan of the crowd. And you guys ready? This is going to be a good time. Of course, EST hanging out at the Park MGM earlier today, doing the EST hangout from there. That was great to see for them. Obviously, The Oilers media taking some steps up. It's been fantastic, and we're going to see where this goes tonight for all those Oilers fans in attendance. 23-9-1. Stuart Skinner, 244 goals against average, 910 save percentage. The fact that he has erased those crummy numbers from the start of the season and have those kind of numbers, that is absolutely unbelievable. But the numbers opposing him: Adin Hill, 12-2-2, 194 goals against average, 936 save percentage. The funny part is that's still only on 2 shutouts this season. Friends, we are just about ready for hockey. Connor McDavid lining up to center ice here. I should set the drink down just in case the Oilers score a quick goal and I yard sale it over the laptop. Connor McDavid ready to get going here against Carlson in the face-off dot. The referees receiving their last signals, getting things set up as the Sportsnet camera placed over top. Connor McDavid draws out of the face-off dot one more time. Resettles. Here's the shot from the side. And friends, this hockey game is off and underway. The Edmonton Oilers able to win the opening draw. Fire it down to the Vegas Golden Knights blue line. Picked up there, far side in front of the Oilers bench by Ekholm. Tipped in niftily by Nugent Hopkins. Almost lands on the tape of Connor McDavid. Nice cut off by Bouchard. Over to Hyman. Now cutting in front. McDavid couldn't quite get there. Hyman chases the puck. Carlson will rim it up the boards, and coming back the other way, the Oilers are caught a little bit. Shot in front there by the Vegas Golden Knights from the near side boards. Doesn't end up connecting as Matthias Ekholm goes rattling around behind the net. This one continues to come back behind as it's shoved down low again by Vegas. They're trying to tie it up one more time near side corner as this is going to be Nugent Hopkins and McDavid kind of surveying the situation. McDavid gets involved, allows Bouchard to pick it up and come back up the middle of the ice, and he actually just dumped it on down to Matthias Ekholm. The Oilers get a chance and then obviously serve a little bit of time in their own zone as Ekholm with Ceci on his left-hand side, gets it up to Ceci. Ceci bounces it through the neutral zone, down low into the Vegas end. No icing call there. Near side boards on the clearing attempt from Vegas. Comes back into the near side corner, and Vegas will wrap it around to the far side. There's a mystery stick on the ice, and this one flopped down into the near side corner. Half-board shot from Ceci, swallowed up twice over by Adin Hill, who dropped it the first time. And friends, just like that, we are off and underway for this Edmonton Oilers Vegas Golden Knights game tonight. The Oilers' next 3 opponents, the Golden Knights, the Anaheim Ducks, and of course the LA Kings. What is going to be a huge game this evening in Vegas, and then of course that LA Kings game is pretty crucial, but win tonight in that Anaheim Ducks game complicates my schedule something fierce as Leon Draisaitl gets set for the face-off, the second line ready to go, and it's going to be Vander Kane out there to take the draw now as Draisaitl's kicked out. He lost it back to the Vegas Golden Knights defense. The Golden Knights just about turn it over in the referee's skates. Warren Fogle doing a good job pestering the Golden Knights up the left-hand boards, and this is going to be picked up in behind the Oilers net on the dump-in by Darnell Nurse. Flipped just barely out of the zone there by the Edmonton Oilers. I thought that went over the glass, but the Golden Knights see it tipped off their stick, and the Oilers thought they were offside. Evander Kane seemed to make a slow play just because he wasn't aware of the situation, and now the Oilers continue to roll around out there. You got Kane and Perry on the ice for the Oilers right now as this puck to the near side boards, picked up by Perry across the blue line of the Golden Knights. Far side dumped to Dylan Holloway, who's able to track up against the boards. Nice play by Perry again to free it up and jam it closer to the boards. Hopefully get some support. The Golden Knights able to flip this out to the neutral zone, and this will be tipped back in Oilers territory as Ryan McLeod lifts off to Desharnais in behind the net. And I just need a moment to get my brain wrapped around the Oilers players' names again. This whole song and dance, it's been a little while, right? 10 days or 9 days off. As Peter, yes indeed, number 90 is Corey Perry for the Edmonton Oilers. Friends, the newest acquisition for the Oilers lineup. Dylan Holloway back, and then you have boosted as well with Corey Perry. It's a pretty good start to what is going to be a back half calendar for the Oilers now chasing the playoffs. As here's Ryan McLeod. He loses the draw to the Vegas Golden Knights. Far side boards rimmed back into the near side corner. Desharnais gets knocked down to both knees, and this is going to be Ryan McLeod taking a knee-on-knee, trying to dance around one of the Golden Knights players, and I don't think either player can believe it is. I think Dylan Holloway is going to the box, or is it Ryan McLeod? No, it's Dylan Holloway. going to the box here for the Oilers as Holloway goes to dodge around and just had the stick up. Marchessault more or less just skates into it as Dylan Holloway is taken off. And now Sportsnet's confused as well. They just tagged Keegan Colasar with the penalty, but obviously there's 2 number 55s in this hockey game. I get why they would be able to do that, as we are going to get a penalty kill here for the Oilers. Again, this was one of their undoings against Vegas in the playoffs. Discipline, not saying that it's a good or bad call either way here, that one against Holloway, but yeah, it's definitely one of those things. The Oilers penalty kill has vastly improved over the past few months, and we'll see if the Oilers can continue their dominance on the PK here as Vegas wins the face-off cleanly and sets up zone possession. 10 seconds gone, shot from the short side, denied by Skinner, bounces right in front of the net. Coleman, the top of the zone, or the Vegas Golden Knights resetting the attack. They'll bounce off the near side boards back to the near side blue line. Picked up now by Marchessault, face-off dot. Jammed at it by Carlson a couple times over. The Oilers fail to clear. And yeah, this one, it's got that playoff vibe to it, right? You get that failed to clear on the power or penalty kill, and all of a sudden your heart starts ticking a few more beats a minute. So, yeah, okay, I mean, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. 40 seconds gone in the power play here for Vegas. Like I said, they're not doing much, though. They're just kind of rolling around the Oilers zone, moving them around, trying to make the chess pieces work on the shorthanded opportunity. The pass off the far side boards back on to the Vegas Golden Knights tape as this one comes to the blue line. Shot fired, blocked in front by the Oilers, and that's going to be hammered down the length of the ice by the Oilers all the way down to Adin Hill with 50 seconds to go in this Vegas Golden Knights power play. So the Oilers so far so good here on the PK effort as Stuart Skinner comes out to play the puck. He can't clear it off the glass. Golden Knights will again reset the attack. Connor Brown, nice little disruption along the boards, is going to kill off a bunch of time, and this is going to allow the Oilers to flub a puck. That was Matthias Janmark. Uncharacteristic mistake by him on the PK. That allows the Golden Knights to continue pressure. Stuart Skinner with the stick down, and the Oilers able to clear the zone just like that. Cooking. No, yeah, there we go. 15:35 to go. 10 seconds remaining here in the power play, and here comes Connor McDavid. Leon Draisaitl 2-on-1. McDavid shoots, scores! Just like that, the Oilers close out the penalty kill with a goal to make it 1-0. 15:25 to go in this first period of play. The Oilers put the exclamation mark on that penalty kill. Also, Connor McDavid's cleaned up. Doesn't quite have as much hair going on. Don't know when he did that, but just a perfect play in the neutral zone there to disrupt by Vinny Desharnais as they cross the blue line, and a nice feed there by Draisaitl to McDavid, who just put the one touch on that puck, and away the Oilers went, putting it back of the net. Crashing the net was the Vegas Golden Knights defenders too, as Adin Hill just couldn't even get over in time, and the Oilers just like that up 1-0 to start this hockey game with 2 seconds left in the penalty kill. A shorthanded goal for Connor and Leon. What a play by Chris Knobloch to get those two on the ice just in time. 15:16 to go. No icing call here against the Oilers as we're back to play. And this is going to be chipped off a Vegas Golden Knights stick at the Oilers blue line again. This time, though, no 2-on-0 back the other way. And this one fired up through the neutral zone by the Oilers. That is an ill-advised icing call, but a better than too many men call against for a second straight penalty kill. 14:58 to go in this first period of play, friends, and we just started this game with a bang. Oh boy, the Oilers are ready to get up and going tonight. You love to see it. Like I said, I'm drinking pretty much pure sugar tonight, so I'm fired up. I'm buzzing. I'm ready to go. And here we're in for what's going to be a good one this evening. It's Connor McDavid's 21st goal of the season from Draisaitl's 35th assist. And just like that, boom, bang, boom, Mr. Vinny Desharnais has 6 assists, a shot from the point. Big save from Stuart Skinner. Just perfectly clapped down the blocker. Stone, his pass is cut off in the Oilers zone after they recover the puck to the Knights. Back to the blue line as it goes far side to Pietrangelo, now near side. Stone fakes the shot, chips it off of McDavid, gets a shot on Stuart Skinner. Save was made, near side shot deflected through traffic, And the Oilers doing a good job getting in the shooting lanes here early on so far. Another block in front by the Oilers, who are really committed to this one early on. You know, we've obviously had our chance to make it 1-0. We made it count. And the Vegas Golden Knights are scrambling around here to try and get out of their own zone as they make the clean, quick pass that was available to them. And this one will come down low in the Oilers' end, picked up now by Ryan McLeod. He ducks and dodges through danger, and now CC over to McLeod. Onsides the play as McLeod comes back to the point. Nice play by Nurse. Trying to pick the pocket is one Dylan Holloway. Instead, it's Ryan McLeod that does it. Nice give and go. Here's McLeod cutting to the middle. Can't get there. And McLeod will dump down low to Dylan Holloway. The shot fired through traffic. Can't seem to find the net where Corey Perry was standing net front. And the Vegas Golden Knights will be able to get out and come back the other way. This one cut off again. Here's Dylan Holloway over to Corey Perry. Perry's going to hammer it into the Vegas Golden Knights zone and look to obviously get something going here for what is going to be a, last 13 minutes of this period here. Drysdale cuts it off at center ice into the Oilers zone. It dribbled as this one comes across the blue line now for Fogle to the far side. Here's Ekholm in front. Deflected! Up off an Oilers player and over top of the net. I believe that was Kane in front. Ekholm fires another shot, blocked this time by the Vegas Golden Knights. And the Oilers here, all of a sudden, since that penalty kill came to the end, the Oilers starting to get the attack kind of started here early on in this hockey game. Just over 7 minutes in, the shot fired into the Golden Knights zone in behind the net. They rim around in the near side left wing. And this will be picked up by Vegas. Shot back into the Oilers' end. Coming down to Stuart Skinner. He won't handle it. Kulak able to pick it up off the end boards. And that puck will go up and out of play for a stoppage in the hockey game. But there you go, friends. The Edmonton Oilers start this one hot. 1-0. Oilers over top of Vegas. McDavid from Draisaitl and Desharnais. You love to see it. Friends, if you're tuning in for the first time, you're new to Dolynny TV, what I have to tell you right now is I am closing in on 15,000 subscribers here on the channel. And just to do a little check-in on where we're at, last I checked, 14,911. So we're about 89 subscribers away. So I'm going to flash this. And if you haven't already hit that button, I would encourage you to do as such. Definitely hit that subscribe button here tonight. And friends as well, if you haven't already hit the like button either, that's something else I'd encourage you to do. Well, for where we're at tonight and obviously what this game means will remain, except for when you first tune in, ad-free throughout the night. So something that we can do here tonight just to make the viewing experience a little bit better. I could tell you that much. But yeah, absolutely. If you can hit that like button, basically what that does is allows us to kind of generate that buzz online in the Google search, in the YouTube search over the course of the game. And then when it comes third period and everyone's looking to see what piece of the game they can get, helps out and figures everything out. Alan, good evening to you. Liz as well. Cree as well. And Brian, I don't think we caught you, nor did I catch you, Ken and Collectaholics. I think we've got everybody caught up here as we are ready to rock and roll. And RC, good evening to you as well. So I think we've got everybody rocked here now. So actually, Simon, sorry, we missed you as well. 5-2, the Habs win over top of the Capitals. It was Slavkovsky special tonight. He had 2 big goals, and they looked pretty good goals as well. So here we go. We've got the Edmonton Oilers on the bench here for the next shift. Is the Connor McDavid guy, most points by a player during a 10-plus game win streak all time. Ovechkin, 30 points during a 14-game streak. Connor McDavid, 26 during the 16-gamer. Jaromir Jagr, 26 and 10. And Sidney Crosby, 25 in 15. Here we go, friends. Roger, welcome in as well as we go to the left of Stuart Skinner. The face-off won by the Vegas Golden Knights. The shot fired. Goes off the pads of Skinner or doesn't get through. One of the two, as that one took a quick hop back onto a Vegas Golden Knights stick. Barbashev gets knocked off the puck, and here comes Janmark back the other way with support from Connor Brown. Brown gets tangled up in the defense of the Vegas Golden Knights. 12-11 remaining here in the first period of play as White Cloud turns this puck into the neutral zone, and then the Vegas Golden Knights player, I think, lost escape blade, and the Oilers are going to be able to bounce this off the boards out of their own zone back into the Vegas end, chasing into the right wing corner where the Edmonton Oilers. This picked up by Connor Brown. Back to the blue line. Faked by Kulak. The slap shot. Shot fired. Save made by Aiden Hill on the long-range wrister from Connor Brown. Derek Ryan wins the battle. Here's Desharnais overstepping a puck. Shot fired off a Golden Knights player in front. And now it'll be Derek Ryan getting it back to the blue line. Matthias Janmark. Nice, safe, steady play as Derek Ryan gets taken down by a much bigger Carlson in the far side wing area. Is this still the Oilers just rolling around, putting in some good effort on the boards, but it is indeed the Vegas Golden Knights that are able to come up with this puck and fire it back into the Oilers' end. Darnell Nurse along the boards over to the far side for Connor McDavid, bouncing it to Cody Ceci was McDavid. And this one comes back up to the neutral zone. Stevenson leaves it far side for Pietrangelo, who comes back to Stevenson. He'll get across the blue line and chip and charge into Stuart Skinner, who's out to play this puck. Takes a few extra seconds to play it, and that's going to allow the Vegas Golden Knights to get right on the Edmonton Oilers with 10:50 to go here in this first period, as this one continues to just roll back and forth, and we will have an offside at the Vegas Golden Knights blue line. And Bruce Cassidy is not impressed with his hockey team right now. He's yelling up quite the storm on the bench. Obviously, the Golden Knights rolling over their last 7 games, 5-1-1. Not quite as good as the Oilers' last 7 games, might I add. But hey, we'll take it and survive, right? So here we go. The Oilers face off down here as the Golden Knights able to win that one again. And that's kind of been the only thing I can say about the Oilers' efforts so far tonight is the Oilers have not been winning a lot of draws by the looks of it early on through the first 9.5 minutes. The Golden Knights get a shot save made by Skinner. He'll swallow it up after it hit him in the chest. And the Golden Knights get their 4th shot of the game. And Stuart Skinner gets his 4th save of the hockey game here tonight. So we continue to roll along here. Skinner obviously jumped on that puck and swallowed it up. So you love to see it. 10:28 to go here in this first period of play. You know, I definitely have to here soon treat myself to a new chair, friends. I'll tell you that much. As the Oilers are going to bounce this one into the neutral zone. Then Kane picks it up. Here's Draisaitl. One-timer wired wide. Shot on the rebound by Kane, blocked in front. Draisaitl back to the blue line. Bouchard looking giddy up to shoot that puck. Can't do it. Draisaitl working along the boards. He'll dump back down low to Foegele. Foegele chips along to Kane, but he will lose the handle. And that allows the Golden Knights to get back out to center ice. They'll chip off the glass just over top of the stick of one Matthias Ekholm along the near side boards. Picking it up is Draisaitl. He gets roughed off the puck. And this is going to be Draisaitl now on the nice heavy presence by Ekholm. Picking that puck up, getting it up to Foegele in the far side pass. Eludes Bouchard, who chips it off a Golden Knights stick into the bench. 9:40 to go. As that was a huge shot there from Draisaitl. Just missed about 1.5 feet wide on the glove hand side of Aiden Hill. And Peter, with the crowd in Vegas tonight, I would say that it is likely Stu chance. I will tell you that much. I believe there is enough Oilers fans in the stands tonight to be cheering for one Stuart Skinner loud and proud on our broadcast tonight. Bob, yes, indeed. It is Corey Perry in the lineup on the third line with Ryan McLeod and Dylan Holloway this evening for the Edmonton Oilers. Kane did indeed slot into the Oilers lineup. Trevor, good evening to you. As I thought I'd get dudded up in the Western attire in salute. Obviously drinking out of the red Solo Cup tonight as well, friends, in salute to country legend Toby Keith losing his, I guess it wouldn't be in salute, it would be in honor, to Toby Keith, who lost his battle with stomach cancer. We learned that news this morning, so that explains the Solo Cup. I tell you, no alcohol in here, sober for almost 4 years now. We got 6 months to go. But yeah, no, that was some tough news to start the day, and I instantly thought there's only one really way to do it this live stream tonight. So Red Solo Cup we go. David, welcome in as well as we get set up for another commercial break, friends. And again, I will once more, like I said, no commercials, but I'm going to push myself as much as possible here tonight to encourage you to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Just simply You know what? Tonight could be a milestone night for the Oilers and for myself personally. It was about just over a year ago I hit 10,000 subscribers, and now less than, well, I guess what you would say 13 months later, we have a chance to hit 15,000. And as much as I say myself, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of you to make that happen. So thank you so much for those of you that have done that over the past year or over the past 10 years. As the Oilers get back to action here, McDavid, 54 points the last 29 games of the season for him. He's been absolutely electric. And this one goes back to the near side boards, picked up by Bouchard, shot fired, deflected in front by Zach Hyman, couldn't get it into the back of the net. However, as Connor McDavid trying to push this one back to the front of the net, he can't do it. He's spinning off a couple of checks, gets it down to Hyman, far side corner. Hyman pushes off the boards, gets it onto the tape of McDavid. He'll spin off a defender twice over. Nice rotation piece there with Nugent Hopkins. And now McDavid's already in behind the net, shoveled in front. He's still got possession. The man is dancing, but he lost the handle and got it out to the neutral zone where it was easily clamped down by Bouchard onto the tape of Ekholm. And back up north we go into the Vegas Golden Knights end, but cut off at the blue line. Fought off on the dump in by Skinner, and now this one is the Vegas Golden Knights once again picking it up in their own zone, tapping it ahead, looking for that home run pass. The Oilers defending that home run pass much better over the past several months, and this is going to be a now chance for Marshall, loading up, save made, and Stuart Skinner is rocking 6 saves to begin this hockey game. Dave, welcome in. Andrew as well, welcome in as we are rocking here. And X, thanks for tuning in and appreciate that as well, Andrew. And Klondike, I missed you as well, as we are definitely talking about Stu Chance being loud and proud at T-Mobile Arena tonight for our goaltender Stuart Skinner, who is about to have an unreal time in this hockey game, looking for redemption after what happened in that series against Vegas last spring. 8:16 to go here in the first period as Derek Ryan tries to cut off that puck. It's going to be picked up, however, still by the Vegas Golden Knights across the Oilers line. The Oilers trying to cut this one off at the blue line, can't do it. Far side now for Matthias Janmark. He just about had it. Kulak over to Derek Ryan. They're trying to fight this puck away from the Vegas Golden Knights, but the Oilers just can't seem to do it till Derek Ryan just stands tall in the lane and gets it out to the neutral zone. Tipped in there by the Golden Knights. Down low it comes into the near side corner. Fired back in front all the way to the blue line. The Knights looking to make any kind of play. The Stone just fires something towards the net as Golden Knights player knocked down, I believe, Connor Brown into the somebody into the net of Stuart Skinner. We're in the near side corner in the Vegas zone now. That was a weird play, trying to comprehend what had just happened there as this continues to develop here as Dylan Holloway is pestering. He's got Ryan McLeod in support, but the Oilers are offside at the Vegas Golden Knights line. 7:13 to go in this first period of play as the Oilers continue to try and keep going. And that was, I believe, Kulak getting mauled over by Waugh in front. Nicholas Waugh just knocked him down. Stuart Skinner was taken down as well. Good thing goaltenders are flexible, I will tell you that much for sure. So Simon Marks out of 16 so far for the Oilers. I think it's a full flying 16, maybe 15 because of a penalty that you don't want to take. But again, that one was questionable anyway. So we'll see what happens. This comes back down into the Oilers' end for an icing call. So we will have an offensive zone face-off for the Oilers here with 7:05 to go in this first period of play. We are well on our way here. And, of course, current injuries for the Vegas Golden Knights: Shea Theodore, Ben Hutton, William Carrier, Tobias Bjornfoot, and as well Jack Eichel, who is a pretty big key piece for this Vegas Golden Knights team to be currently missing. So, yeah, they would not like to be missing him for very long, but I think they will be. Kings, good evening to you as well. I just caught your comment there. So 7:05 to go in this first period of play. Puck is rolling around down on the ice, and that's going to be picked up now by Evander Kane. He's looking over near side to Cody Ceci. Shot fired down as Fogle turns this one over. Closing quick is Evander Kane, and what a stay with it by Stuart Skinner to pick that puck up the whole way and know where he had to stand tall at his post. This one comes flopping into the far side corner. Nurse plays it back to the near side boards. Draisaitl over, picked up by Kane, shot fired, tipped in by Foegele. Save made by Adin Hill, and here's our first rough stuff in behind the net of the game. First little meeting of the minds in behind the net after Adin Hill swallows up the puck. 6:33 to go in this first period of play, and that was almost disaster. Foegele actually had it picked off his stick. Just a good little tip there by the Vegas Golden Knights, and Stuart Skinner just pads down, standing tall against the side of the post, not allowing much daylight on the other side, and Paul Cotter couldn't quite hold the handle to try and force the issue with one Stuart Skinner. So, Josh, you're watching in from Baco tonight, and the ESPN commentators be calling a golf game. Yeah, no, this is a game that needs that Jack and Louie combo. And I don't know if we have Jack and Louie tonight. I never really got a look at the commentators this evening, but the other side too is I listen with the sound off because I got to listen to myself. Nice play by Nugent Hopkins, feeding right in front to Hyman. Scramble in the crease. Adin Hill's down. He's got the puck, swallows it up with the glove off the line, and the ref blew it dead. 6:16 to go. McDavid's making sure which side the faceoff's going to, but that was a scramble up in the crease of Adin Hill. And it all started with just a beautiful pass, threading the needle by Nugent Hopkins, trying to bank it off Hyman more or less. And then Hyman just started whacking away in the blue paint. Hyman was full body in the blue paint trying to deflect that in. Good on him. Get to the crease. That's where you score goals. And Zach Hyman just about tapped that one home off a shin pad, but just couldn't quite do it. This is picked up by Ekholm. Now over to Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins. The shot fired, blocked in front. Hyman spins off a check to gather the puck. Nice play by McDavid. He tried to get the job done, couldn't do it. As Zach Hyman working there with Nugent Hopkins to come up with this puck. McDavid sees it hop off the back of the net. Hyman wins the battle over to McDavid. Back to the blue line for Bouchard. Bouchard fires a shot, but it hits a leg and instantly onto the tape of a Vegas Golden Knights player. But McDavid, I mean, he is dialed in tonight. He is on his game, backtracking everything. As this is picked up by Hyman now. Across the line for the Oilers as they get into the Golden Knights zone. Here's Bouchard loading up the shot again. He's got to decide to shoot that puck some point here tonight. And I have a good feeling if he doesn't, he's going to score himself a goal. 5:24 to go here in this first period. Fired back in by the Oilers. And I mean, the Oilers aren't necessarily on top of the Golden Knights, but they sure aren't letting the Oilers or letting the Golden Knights get on top of them. 5:12 to go here in this first period of play. But the other side too is the Oilers led in every single game of that 6-game series. Here's flying down the middle of the ice. Shot fired, save made by one. Adin Hill on Brett Kulak, who just came charging in on what was an absolute beauty rush down the middle of the zone there in the Vegas Golden Knights end. This one flipped up off the glove of Derek Ryan, picking it along the boards now as the Oilers look to try and come up with this puck. Well, it's ripped down to Stuart Skinner, and here's Kulak gathering again, looking to get that steam back in his sails as he just went for a ride just moments ago as he put a charge up the ice now, and that's for sure. You love when Brett Kulak breaks free as this pass through the middle. Nice tip play by Holloway. Just couldn't quite find McLeod just across the Golden Knights blue line. This one battled back in by Mark Stone. Near side is Cody Ceci in his own end as this one picked up by Ryan McLeod, played to the boards as Dylan Holloway gets erased. Corey Perry's coming looking for this one, and instead the Oilers will try and just hold back the Vegas Golden Knights attack here. Stone goes to tip this one in. He does it successfully. Shot fired by the Golden Knights, kept onside, bobbled onside by the Golden Knights defender McNabb, and this one continues to roll around as this will really not find anyone in particular. The Oilers do a good job standing up the attacker. And here come the Oilers across the Golden Knights blue line. Pass to the near side for Perry. Bounced off the boards now to Ceci. Shot fired. Tipped in front. Open net wide by Adin Hill there. He had slid to the wrong side, but the puck was bobbling to the wrong side of the wrong side, if you would. 3:26 to go here in the first period of play. And this is going to be Bouchard on the lift by the Golden Knights back into the Oilers zone, turning and burning for Leon Draisaitl. He's going to leave it now for Evander Kane. Down to the near side, picked up by Draisaitl again. Kane has it, hit him, and then the Golden Knights are able to pick this puck up and come back the other way. Shot fired in by the Golden Knights into the Oilers' end. Shots are 7 apiece here. Sure doesn't feel like either team really has 7 shots, but hey, good on us. We both sitting there getting some shots on net, testing the goalies. Obviously the Oilers with the 1-0 marker so far here in this first period of play. Inside the last 3 minutes now as it's picked up. Nice pass by Draisaitl to the far side wing. Ekholm will chip into the neutral zone, bounces off the blue line into Vegas' end, and they will just lift back the other way. Here's Karlsson down the wing, shot fired, scores. Nope. Hit the side of the net. That is got to be the most fluffed release I have ever seen. It was a great shot. I mean, it was an amazing shot by Karlsson. Clean looking shot. And as far as we can see, that hit the side of the net and stopped dead. Quite honestly, it hit the side of the net from that first angle and stopped dead. Is it? Yeah, just literally caught the rim of the back of the net and stopped dead on the outside. I don't think I have ever seen that in my hockey life, honestly, where a puck hits the side of the net, hits that little piece of plastic, whatever the heck, on the piece that coats onto the back of the bar there, and wow. I thought Vegas had just leveled it like that on one shot, and instead, no. It remains 1-0 with a face-off in the Oilers' zone. What a fluky play there for the Vegas Golden Knights. As an Oilers fan, I'm going to take that all day. Don't mind me, but still, that one is, in a word, wild. That much is for sure. Friends, as you hear the noises kick on here in the basement, definitely, if you're new to the channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. Get fired up for what's going to be a good rest of the season here for the Edmonton Oilers. To give you an update on where we're sitting here so far through things this evening, just as we're taking a look. 14,921. So we are 79 subscribers away from that big 15,000 number here tonight on the channel. And to give you an idea as well, let me get the calculator out here, friends. We'll get to the chat in just a moment. I'll just get the calculator out to take a look at what is a grand total already of 182 hours watched on the stream. That, my friends, is absolutely bananas. The fact that we're likely to have over 200 hours watched by the end of this first period. That's something new to me. 200 hours, that's insanity. Toastical, welcome in. Layla, welcome in as well. I'll welcome in. And Josh, I think we're catching it as well. And I think Yellow, welcome in as well, as we are ready, set, match for this one to get back underway here in this first period with 2.5 minutes to go. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner after that one fooled everybody. And this is going to be Marcia Show firing the shot, save made, blocked in front. Either way, it does not go in the net either. And the Oilers continue around behind the net, battling the Vegas Golden Knights down low. Nice play by McDavid onto the tape of Nugent Hopkins, and he's got Zach Hyman in flight. McDavid doing the Gretzky down the ice, fighting off contact. Shot, save made off the tape of Hyman by Aiden Hill. Stretched out back the other way. Bouchard's got to close quick. He does. He messes up the Vegas Golden Knights' quick attack, and that's going to work out to allow the Oilers to reset defensively. Shot, save made, jammed home by the Vegas Golden Knights as Stuart Skinner, despite the mini reset in the zone, allows the goal that ties it one apiece here in this first period with $1:54 to go. Just like that, we're back to level. And you know, the Oilers led every game of that series against Vegas in 2023, so tough to say if they can learn some lessons here tonight and actually win this one despite leading. By good work in front, Nicholas Waugh, I mean, he's just been working tonight right in front of the net. Ekholm just barely late there, clearing out the crease, and ends up trickling back of the net off the tape of a pretty good player for the Vegas Golden Knights. 9 shots now for Vegas. $1.50 to go here in this first period of play. The Oilers need to find a response here against the Golden Knights. Hopefully by the end of this first period, as this one's back across the line, played down into the Oilers' end. Chance in front, 2, 3, 4 whacks at it by Vegas. That's going to land under the tape of Draisaitl. He's going to play it off the boards to Cody Ceci. Ceci coming up the near side boards. He's going to fire the shot up over top of the net, and that one will go out of play, as we had Connor Brown out there as well for some reason alongside Leon Draisaitl. So I believe the Oilers still in good spirits to obviously win this hockey game. The Vegas Golden Knights, you know, they're a good team. You weren't going to shut them out tonight. I don't think any of us were talking about doing that anyway. So we should be on our way for what is now going to be a good battle in the last 41 minutes and 24 seconds of this hockey game. Leon Draisaitl to the face-off to the left of Adin Hill. The one back by the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm going to be interested to see what happens here tonight with the Oilers and the face-off dot as this game goes on. I'll tell you that much. Here's Stone trying to fire one back down low. The Oilers a little discombobulated in their own zone, able to get it out and then throw themselves offside just by a few inches. And then a player rushed into the zone. So, like I said, it was a few inches and then it got worse. 54 seconds to go in this first period of play. Cody Ceci wins the battle at the blue line, so that allows Draisaitl to keep it on side. Fogle pushes back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to avoid contact as much as possible going against the boards. And now Darnell Nurse has to hug a man. He's going to take him right down to the ice. And Vegas is upset. There's no call on that play, but I'm sorry, when you initiate that much counter contact as the man for Vegas did, that's the way it goes. You want to play a playoff game, that's what's going to happen. 21 seconds to go here in this first period of play. The shot rimmed around the boards to the far side. Bouchard picks it up. 14 seconds. Lifted back to the blue line, but not out. And the Oilers all of a sudden looking a little tired here to end this period. 6 seconds to go. They still have been unable to get the puck out of the zone. McDavid skates it in behind the net. And that was probably the worst. That last 2 minutes of the period was probably the worst 2 minutes of the period all told for the Edmonton Oilers, as we're now tied 1-1 with the Vegas Golden Knights after one period of play. So tough go there. But yeah, weird situation. That much is for sure on that one that hit the side of the net. And then the Oilers, for some reason, just seconds later, give up with a goal that makes it one apiece. But is what it is. Friends, for those of you watching me drink, I guess there's now 328 of you aboard for the ride. Some of you might have missed the memo with the Red Solo Cup. I'm not sure how many of you are Toby Keith fans or how many of you are obviously country music fans. But it was a tough day today for the country music scene, seeing Toby Keith lose his battle with stomach cancer. And obviously tonight the Red Solo Cup is, as some of you have mentioned, a tribute to one Toby Keith and of his smash hit Red Solo Cup from back in the day. So friends, give me a few moments here. I'm going to go refill the Solo Cup with some water. We'll talk all the stats to go in this first period play. We'll get to obviously some other first period intermission notes, and then we'll wrap up and get ready for the second period to play. I'll be right back in a matter of moments. Stay tuned, friends. All right, friends, let's do this. The Edmonton Oilers, the Red Solo Cup, and the whole dang thing is back and ready to rock and roll. We don't need to get rid of the scoreboard, do we? I don't think so. Let's keep this rocking. Let's keep this rolling as we get ready for this second period of play. So, yeah, we are ready to go here for, obviously, the intermission. We got a few moments to catch our breath after what was a pretty fun first period of play, I guess you could say. That much is for sure. Let's go. I love it. My brother just became a huge hockey fan thanks to that Oilers playoff run this spring, and some of the stuff he's sending me now, it's pretty spot on. I'm loving it. So we're along for what should be a good time. And Liz, yes, rocking the blue shirt tonight. Thought it was only fitting, as I was mentioning the tribute with the Red Solo Cup, I thought it was fitting that I pull out as well the country shirt, the rodeo shirt, whatever you want to say, that I have in the closet from back in Medicine Hat, back 2022, the Medicine Hat Stampede. Northern Farm Girl, welcome aboard, and Kirsten as well. Welcome aboard as we're getting everybody set up here for what should be a good fight to the finish here for the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. I think we're in for one heck of a treat. I will tell you that much for sure. As friends, we are up over 227 hours watched on the stream already, so we are on pace for what's going to be a fun one again tonight. If you are just tuning along, we're about 91 likes, so we're 9 off of 100. If you haven't done that yet, I would encourage you to do that. And let's go quickly take a look here at where we're at in terms of subscribers, if we can find that number here. And how about 14,932? So 68 subscribers away from that big old 15,000. For a lot of years, I thought even 10,000 was impossible. After we hit 10, I knew things were definitely capable of changing, and that much is true they have here over the past course of a year plus since hitting 10,000. So friends, thank you again if you've done that over the past year or over the past 10-ish years here on the channel. As we look to see 16 people in the past hour have found the Nashville Predators live stream from obviously last game out, and that is tough, unfortunately for them, but they'll find their way here, I'm sure, if you haven't already. So we'll keep that in mind as we continue to roll along tonight for what is going to be a fun finish in this hockey game. But yeah, hopefully the Oilers come through with the effort in this second period that helps us put away what will be a good third period. And we'll see what the Oilers can do for us in this second to make that happen. And yeah, Sam Gagner not in the lineup tonight. It's Connor Brown, Matthias Janmark, and Derek Ryan on the fourth line. I mean, I understand it. Obviously, Sam Gagner is not a penalty killer, so your fourth line is your hard-working penalty killers. But again, interesting to see someone that does add depth scoring punch to the Oilers lineup like Sam Gagner. He is not in the lineup tonight. And Alan, yeah, appreciate the kind words. I absolutely do, friends. It's been a pretty fun one here to see, obviously, this Oilers thing evolve since I came back at the start of last season. So, let me go here. Sorry, Carter. I do appreciate the comment, but we try to keep this as kid-friendly as possible. Never know who's watching, unfortunately, so I try to keep it as good to go, but I definitely appreciate the intent behind that comment, for sure. And what's Brown's stats this season? I don't know. I think he's got 3 or 4 assists now, so he's started over the past 10-ish games to start racking up points, but again, 4 assists on the season for what will end up ultimately being a $4 million player against the cap isn't exactly what you're hoping for, right? So we got to see, of course, if one Connor Brown continues to step up here over the next several months. Yeah, how many months do we have? February, March, April? We got 3 months left. Oh boy. And then, of course, we got the hockey playoffs that are always a good time. So we'll see if Connor Brown ultimately becomes a key piece in the playoffs. iPod, welcome in. And, we're going to see what happens here for the Oilers as this game evolves along tonight, because obviously we are tied 1-1 with the Vegas Golden Knights. That is where I'm trying to transition, despite adjusting my glasses 1.5 million times, to what would be the Connor McDavid goal that kicked us off, shorthanded, 2 seconds left in the only penalty kill in the hockey game so far. Leon Draisaitl and Vinny Desharnais help along the puck over to Connor McDavid, who nets his 21st goal, 2-0, back the other way against the Golden Knights. Nicholas Waugh then, with $1:54 to go in that first period, nets himself what is ultimately the tying goal at this point. Alex Pietrangelo gets his 21st assist of the season, so that's tough to see. And this is where actually I'm shocked to see this. 9-9 the face-offs for the Oilers and Golden Knights. I don't know, every time I was watching a face-off, it seemed like the Golden Knights were winning. Maybe, again, that's just where I'm following the puck more than I'm following the action off the dot. 7 hits, 6 hits for the Oilers, so decent enough. 13 shots to 8 for the Vegas Golden Knights over top of the Oilers. The Golden Knights with 5 takeaways, Oilers only with 1. 2-2 the giveaways so far through this hockey game. So not really much to really report on so far through what was a lackluster first period finish for the Edmonton Oilers, and now one that we're hoping the Oilers can find their way to a win here tonight. Dennis, welcome in. Did not see much of Perry so far. I don't know. Did we see lots of Perry? I feel like he was on the periphery, kind of a couple of shifts there for the Oilers. Let's go see that. Let's go see Corey Perry. 3 minutes and 16 seconds. So you account for the penalty killing there by Derek Ryan and a guy like Matthias Janmark, but the fourth line definitely appeared to have played more than the third line in that period. Ryan McLeod played a grand total of 418. So yeah, Corey Perry, it looks like he might have missed a shift somewhere along the way tonight. Dylan Holloway, though, only at 252 as well. So wonder if just getting some different guys, some different looks on the ice here, as I think Low Tide was talking about on Sports 1440 today, saying that the Oilers would not be shy to try and mix up the lines a little bit here to try and get us the best looks possible against Vegas, who is known to be able to outscore you with 4 lines straight. So see what we get going. But yeah, that's the update on Corey Perry, I guess, through 1 period of play. Again, I wouldn't panic too much. It's only thankfully 1 period of play, and I don't think there's really much to report on for either team after 1 period of play tonight. Rio, I would love to see Connor Brown obviously score that next goal for the Edmonton Oilers. We'd love to see Connor Brown score any goal for the Edmonton Oilers here tonight. And Kristen, when the Oilers won in overtime, lost my voice that game. Yeah, that's fair. That's the big thing, is the Oilers have had a lot of exciting games here on this win streak so far, and we'd like to see that continue along for the ride here so far in this one. If the Oilers can find a way to win a hockey game, that would be fantastic. As the odd question, why is everyone losing skate blades this year? I don't know. It just seems like it's a little bit more noticeable, doesn't it? But I don't know if that has anything to do with it happening more, or it just seems more noticeable. I don't know. I think there might be some penalties too for equipment malfunctions. I believe if you lose your helmet and don't go to the bench, you get a 2-minute minor. So there's some things that have definitely changed in the NHL over the past few years. Mess, you don't think we'll pull this one off? Well, I mean, the beautiful part about this is I didn't think the Oilers were going to pull it off against Chicago, against Columbus, but 40 minutes proves to be everything for the Edmonton Oilers here on this win streak, and I believe the Oilers still have this squarely in the bag when it comes down to it here tonight. I think we're on for what should be a very good one this evening. So, yeah, hopefully the Oilers find a way to obviously get this job done here tonight. And, yeah, that's all it really comes down to it. Let's run that watch time. Let's go run that watch time one more time. 3652 times 4.35 divided by 60. How about that? 264 hours watched on the stream, friends. We are on it. We are absolutely crushing along tonight. We got 140 or 136 hours to go to that 400-hour mark that I set. So we're going to see what the Edmonton Oilers can get going here. As a man, welcome in as well. As we are along for this second period here, eventually we got Kevin and Louie. Wow, flashback. Jack and Louie queuing things up here in the broadcast booth. Jack's trying to get us set up for what's going to be an exciting second period of play. We are just a commercial break away from this Edmonton Oilers game getting back underway here against the Vegas Golden Knights. Friends, it's one apiece after one period of play, and now we just got to see the Oilers obviously show up here in this second period, bury the Vegas Golden Knights ASAP, and then let's get to partying in that third period, bring it home with the good defensive style hockey. Right, the Oilers have not allowed more than 2 goals in something like 13 games or 14 games, so be interesting now to see if the Oilers indeed keep that streak alive, or tonight's game against the Vegas Golden Knights is the reason that streak ends up breaking apart. But I think we're along for what's going to be a pretty fantastic finish to this hockey game. The Oilers aren't going to go away quietly, and I don't think the Vegas Golden Knights are either, so we're going to have ourselves a fun finish here. I'll tell you that much for free as we continue into the last, like I said, commercial break, and then we are off and flying, friends. Again, if you haven't already hit that like button here on Dolynny TV, definitely make sure to do that here on the old live stream. As tonight we should be ready to crush along a very good stream. I'm going to tell you that much too. It's been a pretty incredible start. I did not expect us to get out as far as we have so far tonight, but I think we're along for what's going to be along for a pretty good hockey game tonight. It's the omelet bites, bacon and cheese, spinach and egg whites there, so see what happens. But water's tasting good after all that sugar, I'll tell you that much. It's going to be nice to get back to the water the rest of the hockey game. It's kind of been tough. I tested that drink earlier, making sure I could drink a whole thing, and sugar is not sitting well in the stomach now, I'll tell you that much too. But yeah, I think we are on an extended commercial break here. Not 100% sure why, but there's Patrick tuning in on holidays. My man, what are you doing? You're supposed to be sleeping right now. You're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to be partying during the day. Come on now, but I appreciate you being aboard for the ride. I guess you do have to tune in at least once to where this Oilers game's going. I guess you should have it somewhere available for you down there. But yeah, friends, we are aboard for what's going to be a pretty exciting finish to this hockey game, and they've got us running for the commercial break here quite heavy. As we're rolling along, as Lone welcome in as well, and JW. It's been an interesting ride here. We've got a lot of commercial breaks on the Sportsnet app, and there we go. The Napa Auto Parts, major part of the game. We are back, ready to rock and roll. Patrick, yeah, the game better be good. Yeah, if you're exhausted, you're going to need that. And let's go, friends. The Edmonton Oilers ready to get back on the ice here as we are about ready to get things going in Rio. During the early part of this win streak, I was wearing an Oilers jersey. I just don't know what happened to it. I think I need to gently wash it, actually, and then hang it up and get it dried and then get it back on. But like I said, tonight is all about paying tribute to the legend, Toby Keith, and obviously honoring his passing today. Was drinking out of the red Solo Cup and looking good in the country attire. During 16-game win streak, 37 goal differential for the Oilers in the positive column, 14 different goal scorers. One of them does not include Brett Kulak, nor does it include Connor Brown. Tough go, I know. As Evander Kane on the bench there. as the Oilers will start the first line out there to kickstart this second period of play. That's the big part. It's 9:04, and we still got 2 periods to play in this hockey game, if not some extra frame time as well. Connor McDavid rocking and rolling at center ice. They're taking their time again. McDavid's going to draw into the face-off dot now, and we're going to do the overhead look this time. The Oilers attacking east to west on our television screens. 1955, I guess right to left would be a better explanation of it, as we're back underway. The Oilers diving into the zone to get it down onto the tape of Adin Hill. They do. Near side board play by the Vegas Golden Knights is going to get them started and back up the other way, as Matthias Ekholm's going to battle off the wall to be able to free that puck up for the Oilers for a brief moment. Vegas wins the quick battle to it. They'll fire a shot into the slot block there. That's going to load up Mr. Connor McDavid in the far side corner off the tape of Zach Hyman. The Oilers looking and rolling around from in behind. The shot by Hyman blocked directly in front of him, and the Vegas Golden Knights quickly pick up the puck, flip back the other way over to Stuart Skinner, who comes out. Both teams complete a change here, and the Oilers will roll up back the other way as this comes across the blue line. The shot fired up and out of play, and friends, that will be a stoppage here as Josh, welcome in. Or I think we caught you earlier. I'm not sure. I'm starting this. Starting to miss thing, and recalled not an Oilers fan, but hoping for the streak to continue. That would be good. And Patrick as well. Hopefully the next period they get it together. Well, that first period, other than bad 2 minutes, I think was a pretty solid first period. But again, you got to hope, as the linesman just went down here. The Oilers back to the attack. Shot fired, save made, as Darnell Nurse comes rushing in to try and keep that one in. He couldn't do it. The Oilers jammed off the tape of the Golden Knights at the blue line, and that was one piece of the Oilers' success in that first period, was jamming it at the blue line back the other way. And this one trying to line up something here for the Oilers. 2 right-hand shots would have been useful there, as the Oilers swiped at that puck twice over and couldn't come up with it with the second line lefties out there. This one's going to be in the middle of the ice, as Evander Kane will come back the other way. He'll get across the blue line. He'll drift the shot on the pads of Adin Hill. The shot, top corner look for Darnell Nurse, goes up and over top of the net. And you would have liked to see him strike that one on it. So, all right. Rick, good evening to you as well. Glad to see you aboard. As the Oilers obviously sitting here seeing Leon Draisaitl eat a high stick up high, and then he was still able to make the play. So similar play earlier to what Dylan Holloway got tagged for a penalty. But again, that's kind of the way it goes in Vegas sometimes. Not going to say anything more than that. Desharnais, the shot glove save by Adin Hill. He'll hold it down. We'll reset the face-off, but that was a good-looking quick opportunity for Desharnais to drift one on net. He tried something there. 18:15 to go here in this first period of play. They've got Brett Kulak in the trigger one-time position. If Ryan McLeod can win it to him, he can't do it, but nice play by Dylan Holloway, kept in by Vinny Desharnais. Pass in front, shot fired by McLeod up and over top of the net. And what a setup by the Oilers in front. Perfect little passing play. And now that is 3 dangerous looks on net to begin this second period. So that one came in behind. Nice play by Perry. Touch pass by Dylan Holloway. And then the last second stick save by Nicholas Hague gets it up and over to play. As what a shot there. Geez, that was absolutely unbelievable. As 18:07 to go here in the second period. Ryan McLeod can't win the face-off. Linesman ruling, hey, let's do that one more time. But that was a good-looking opportunity there. Is this going to be now a chance for Dylan Holloway? He's going to jam it up to the boards to Ryan McLeod. Now Vinny Desharnais fires the puck towards the net, knocked down by Holloway. The Oilers continue to buzz around looking to free up this puck. McLeod does just that. Holloway down low to Perry. Perry drags in front, can't dance the defender. Little veteran savvy move right there, trying to wheel around him. 17:46 to go. Is nice play by Stuart Skinner around to the near side. Going to pick up for Ryan McLeod. This third line getting a little bit more ice time to start this hockey game. That's about a grand total of 1 minute and 10 seconds so far as they continue the attack here. Perry out, and he will jam that puck free around behind the net now for McLeod. Shot fired, save made. Comes right in front for Holloway. It comes rolling across him. He couldn't connect there. And it comes on down low into the zone for one. Stuart Skinner again, as the Oilers forced to defend on a bad pass there from Skinner. Nice block in front by McDavid and Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins far side pass over to Zach Hyman, who gets down low in that corner. Now behind the net, they continue to battle along the wall. It comes to the near side. Ekholm flips up, and that will land somewhere on somebody's tape. It's actually McDavid that came up with it. Bouchard, near side pass again to the boards for Ekholm. He tees it up, and it goes up off a stick and out of play again. The Oilers jamming up the shots on net. Here to start this second period. Much better looking start than finish to that first period. Start to the second as a better finish. And there's some hockey royalty in the boxes right now. 16:45 to go here in this second period of play as the Oilers win back. Face-off. Nice play by Ekholm over to Bouchard. Bouchard plays it down low. Picked up by Hyman. Hyman's looking to make the play. He will. As it's now for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins over to Connor McDavid. McDavid rolling around to the near side. He puts the brakes on. Pass right in front. Just had a couple of bounces to find the back of the net and only got 1 out of 3. As it's Marchessault across the blue line. He loses the handle. Forced to dig it down low. As this now Bouchard picking up on the play by Ekholm, chipped back in by Vegas. 16:09 to go here as this one is going to be played in front by Vegas. Cut off that time by Zach Hyman. Tipped out into the middle of the ice. Bouchard throws a hit, kind of a knee on knee. You love to see Bouchard getting involved physically, taking guys to the ice. Kind of dangerous though the way he did it, but whatever. We won't worry about that too much as this one comes back behind the net for the Vegas Golden Knights. Tipped up off the boards by them into the neutral zone. Passed into the Oilers' end. Picked up again by, this time, Stevenson. He's across the blue line down low. Now back to the point. Haig fires the shot. Tipped off the boards there by the Oilers twice over. And a nice exit to get it down low into the Vegas end to force them to reset here. 15:24 to go here in this second period of play, as the Oilers continue along for the attack, trying to find a puck free, but apparently that one went into the benches, and we will have a stoppage in play. 13-12 the shots, so the Oilers have evened things up so far. 15:15 to go. This one and that, that was just a little jam off the boards, tipped off an Oilers blade on the bench. 5 points behind Vegas in the standings. Oilers have 5 games in hand. This game would be huge if the Oilers found a way to win it. I mean, not just for the win streak either. 15:13 to go in this second period of play. The Oilers fire the puck in. Haig back to meet it for the Golden Knights. Picked up by the Oilers, Connor Brown. Brown will work around behind the net, looking to jam this one in front. We already have predictions saying Connor Brown's going to score or score the next one for the Edmonton Oilers, so keep that in mind. This one's going along to the near side, or far side, sorry, as Derek Ryan gets jammed off the puck, comes back to Connor Brown. He plays right in front. Haig down to a knee, blocks the pass, and then it goes jamming around, and now there's a home run opportunity for the Vegas Golden Knights to Keegan Colasar, but it's Darnell Nurse who simply puts it back the other way. Here's Connor Brown across the blue line. Matthias Janmark. What a play by him. And he fires it again just as it goes up and out of play. So tough go there. But the Oilers continue to attack the net here so far. So good hockey so far to start this second period. And what a shot there from Janmark. I think it actually bit the shoulder of one Aiden Hill. So the Oilers doing their stuff to start this hockey game. Nurse with 5 points here over the past stretch, and 14:30 to go in the second period. The shots even at 13 apiece. The Oilers will take the face-off with the second line on the ice. Evander Kane back to the blue line. Nice play over to Vinny Desharnais, and then Brett Kulak just fluffed a knuckler on net. He would have liked to get a bit more of that one, but unfortunately he didn't get all of it. So we'll have the reset here on the face-off to the left of Adin Hill once more as Draisaitl digs in here. And this will be a face-off won by one Leon Draisaitl over to Desharnais. Near side pass. Kulak fires shot. Save made. Scrambling the crease. Adin Hill's down. Swallows it up and boots it out again. So the Oilers have thrown bodies into the crease of Adin Hill so far to start this first 26 minutes of hockey. That was a good-looking drive to the net there by Kane and the boys, but this one was tough as it does not end up going in the net either, as Foegele actually was the one driving in the net. And you see Foegele gets taken down. He tries to kind of kick it in, and then he gets taken out and kicks Adin Hill up high with the skates, so that's scary. But the team is grinding towards the front of the net, so you like to see it, as this one is now Draisaitl getting kicked out of the face-off dot. Evander Kane will come in and take another draw for the first time, I believe, this period. 14:15 to go in the second period. 1-1 the goals between the Oilers and Knights so far tonight, as this one will be Wall the goal scorer and Kane the winger for the Oilers. Kane with the assist from Draisaitl wins the draw. Puck flips over top of the net, in behind. Foegele and Draisaitl trying to win the battle. Kane can't do it. Back the other way. 14:03 to go in this second period. Marchessault wins it back down low, and this comes now near side to Draisaitl, as it's a nice puck separation for the Oilers to get it going the other way. Here's Desharnais across the blue line. Nice passing play to Kane. In on net! Stopped by the stick of Adin Hill last second, and then that puck comes drilling down, and we've got a slashing call coming up to the Vegas Golden Knights, and the referee is adamant about it as Evander Kane gets on net, and it looks like there might have been a slash on the hands there of Kane. So we've got ourselves a good hockey game brewing if the Oilers can find themselves a quick power play goal here to start things off. So all right, friends, let's quickly take a look here again at the watch time. Then I'll encourage you to subscribe one more time. But as we look at things here, how about that? 355 hours on the watch time. So friends, we are crushing along here this evening. And what I'll tell you right now, if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV if you want to stay up to date with all things Edmonton Oilers. Again, we're chasing 15,000 tonight. We've already gained upwards of 37 subscribers, and we're 64 short with a period and a half of hockey remaining. So we're in for what will be a good finish, obviously, to the festivities tonight, and the Oilers about to get things going. So yeah, that's where we're at. Things are so crazy. I'm getting the text messages about how many of you are hanging out with me here on tonight's hockey game. We're at 114 likes. If you haven't hit that like button yet, let's go there and let's see if we can't push that 360 number of you tuning in right now to about 500 by the all told, if we do indeed get overtime this evening. So we are ready to get things back underway here in a few moments, I'm sure. We just had the last ad there, so Korzak goes to the box for a penalty, slashing against Evander Kane on that little break into the net. So Alexander Servos, an engagement proposal from Warren Foegele, and Cabo San Lucas is when everything happened. Best friend, biggest supporter on the beach. Oh, we got the whole story about one Warren Foegele and everything. And how did he do it? He did her on the beach before dinner. That's a classy man right there. Warren Foegele obviously looking to get paid too this offseason. So Evander Kane in on net, slashed off the hands, could have had the finish, but that one is tough. As this one comes down low, as the Oilers win, I guess you could say, the face-off to start things. Bouchard slaps it off the boards. Nice setup there by Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl. The Oilers start rotating around the Vegas Golden Knights zone. Draisaitl off to McDavid. Draisaitl back to that one-timer position on the goal line. Pass in front. Nugent-Hopkins wires it wide. McDavid fires it in front. Nice play by Hyman. And then it is Adin Hill, as he has all night, jumping on the puck. The Oilers have exploded to 17 shots here in this first half of the game. And that's a nice deceptive play by Hyman to look like he was going to tee up the one-timer on the pass, but instead allowed Nugent-Hopkins through with the shot. $1:37 to go in the power play. Hyman has 9 power play goals this season. Draisaitl's on the power play face-off. 9 for 10 is the Vegas Golden Knights penalty kill in the last 10 attempts. And this is McDavid failing to keep it in. Bouchard sees it hammered over top of his head. Stuart Skinner comes out to play this puck. 13:07 to go in this second period. $1:22 remains in the Oilers power play as this one comes back over the line. Here's McDavid dishing off to Nugent-Hopkins. Now pass to Bouchard, over to Draisaitl, back to McDavid near far side corner. Bouchard tees up Nugent-Hopkins off the boards. Nuge spinning, looking. Here's Hyman, the shot coming, drifted wide of the net. And the Oilers can't seem to find the back of the net to start this power play. The first minute gone by. This one now over to Nugent-Hopkins, back to Bouchard. The shot fired off the post. And McDavid will gather it up on the almost 100-mile-an-hour shot for Evan Bouchard, who walks the line again. He's looking far side for McDavid. Dancing shot fired, save made. And McDavid's down there jamming away, and everybody except for Bouchard pretty much piles up in front and around Adin Hill. The Oilers up to 19 shots in this hockey game as they continue to pound the puck on net, as they are doing themselves some favors here in this second period, trying to shift the momentum. And that one just hits the post through traffic and off the bar. So tough go for Evan Bouchard. Now coming on to take the face-off is Evander Kane on the power play here. This is how crazy our second line power play is, that Evander Kane is the guy that takes the face-off alongside Perry and Foegele. Nice play now by Ekholm. We're going to re-scramble the face-off. We've got a hooking call coming against Corey Perry by the looks of it, or a hold or something, so we will have a stoppage for that, and we will get back to 4-on-4. So holding the stick call against Warren Foegele, apparently, with 12:10 to go here as Foegele comes in and hugs the stick of the Vegas Golden Knights defender. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you can't do that, unfortunately. That one's clear as day as Fogel's reacting to that. And yeah, you better just stop putting the hands up. Come on. No. Let's not be doing that. As we will have a stoppage of the power play, and we will go to the penalty kill in 27 seconds time. The face-off for Ryan McLeod here, to the left of Stuart Skinner, with 27 seconds of 4-on-4 for the Oilers. The Vegas Golden Knights, though, get the face-off win inside the Oilers' end. This one picked up by Ceci along the boards, trying to defend. Shot fired, save made on the one-timer by Stuart Skinner. He hasn't been tested much this period. I think actually that was Vegas's first shot 8 minutes into this game's second period. And here's McLeod and Kane. McLeod rolling around in behind, looking for the wrap. Couldn't find the handle. CC over to Nurse. Nurse will look over now for McLeod, who's playing it a little bit more like it's 3-on-3 because of his speed. He turns the puck over to Pietrangelo, who's a very good defender at the NHL level. We all know that. We all hate that. 11:30 to go here in this second period of play. $1:18 to go in the power play. Again, turned over. Connor Brown in on net. Looking to jam this one home. He can't find the handle. He turns around behind the net. Fires it in front. Janmark tips it off the stick of a Golden Knight. Right back onto the same stick a moment later. As Connor Brown able to go out there. We're killing penalties now. Mark Stone down the middle of the ice. Shot fired. Save made by Stuart Skinner. So good work for the Oilers. 51 seconds to go here in this period. And here we go. Here now is Connor Brown down the wing. Shot fired. Drifts off a stick and wide of Adin Hill. And the Oilers again continue to put pressure on the Vegas Golden Knights power play. And the Oilers power play troops obviously resting up here to get out there on the penalty kills. Last few seconds. 29 seconds remain in this power play for the Vegas Golden Knights. as Stevenson dances around through center. There's Nugent Hopkins out there. He'll, if he gets a chance, spell off for McDavid in a brief moment. Nice play by Desharnais down the length of the ice. And that is going to allow McDavid and Draisaitl likely to hit the ice here for the Oilers. As yes, indeed, there they are. As this one across the blue line as Vegas gets the attack with 3 seconds remaining in the power play. Pass in front. Goes off the side of the net. Stuart Skinner doesn't know where it is. Scramble at the side. Skinner's down on it. He believes he's got it. And he holds on for the stoppage in play with 10:08 to go here in this second period. Friends, welcome aboard. If you're just tuning in, the chat is well and alive tonight. I have not seen the chat rate moving at a 7 in a long while, so thank you so much for being aboard tonight. 371 of you tuning in this evening to watch the Oilers and Golden Knights. Well, listen to the Oilers and Golden Knights do battle, but appreciate you being along for the ride. If you haven't already hit that like button, I would encourage you to do that as well. If you're enjoying things here on Dolynny TV and you want to tune back for more throughout the season, right? I said this is the in-season Stanley Cup. Well, let me tell you, there's going to be more games yet. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. Last I checked, 64 subscribers to go to 15,000. Let's get back to action here. The Oilers scramble up the face-off. Nice deflection play off a Golden Knight allows Connor McDavid to start back the other way onto the tape of Leon Draisaitl. Back to McDavid. Handle lost there. Net's empty. Shot fired. Save! Made in front by Adin Hill. Walrusing through the crease, and he's able to make the save. 9:50 the shot coming for the Oilers, but a handle lost. And now this one coming back the other way for the Golden Knights. 2-on-1. They're turned back by the great defense of Brett Kulak. Why would you trade that man? Look at that perfect play right there. 9.5 minutes to go. McDavid, nice tip play there by Stuart Skinner onto the tape of Leon Draisaitl. He loses the handle. Lazy play there, and he's whacking away trying to get it back. Golden Knights from the slot. Save made by Skinner. Deflects up and over top and out of play. And the Edmonton Oilers making this one interesting here over the past few minutes. But look at that play there by the Oilers, as that is just a beautiful move by Adin Hill to get that puck saved. As wow, what a stop there. Friends, we're on commercial break. I'm going to quickly run upstairs and grab another cup of water. I'll be right back down. But if you haven't already, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Take the time. We'll be right back. All right, friends, let's do this. The Edmonton Oilers, the Golden Knights, 9:20 to go in this second period of play. I keep doing that tonight. For some reason, I had changed that there prior to the last little bit, but we are just about ready to get things going for this finish off of the second period. We got a couple more commercial breaks to go. We obviously have everything going on here tonight for the Oilers, in which the should be able to line up a good finish to this hockey game, friends. I think the Oilers have had a pretty productive second period, and alas, I think that's the second comment we've gotten about the ESPN broadcast crew tonight. I have heard bad things, and I'm not even sure who's on the call, unfortunately. I've gotten hints, and I don't want to say why, but I've gotten hints. We're already over 420 hours on the stream here, friends, so I had set a simple goal of 400, thinking that was going to be pretty much where we'd achieve. Well, already we are well over that, and we are on our way to what could possibly be, if everything lines up here for tonight, friends, a 1,000-hour stream. It's been a while, probably since Game 6 against Vegas. 9:20, the Vegas Golden Knights back to action here as they win the face-off. Shot fired off the stick of Cody Ceci, and just like that, we have another stoppage in play. It is coming up 9:30, and we are just about only halfway done this hockey game. So we got a lot of hockey to go here, but the Oilers obviously right now need to find that back of the net at least once this period and keep it out of the back of the net. all period long as Haig off the face-off win. Back to the fired shot from the blue line as Stuart Skinner swallows it up and makes the save with 9:10 to go in this second period of play. You love to see it as we continue to see Stuart Skinner turn in good performance after good performance after good performance here on this win streak. Josh, appreciate the vote of confidence as well. As we're going to have the face-off now for Ryan McLeod. 9:10 to go in this second period. Puck won back by the Oilers. It was kind of scrambled looking, but there's Corey Perry and Dylan Holloway and the boys out there now on the ice trying to get to the attack. It flipped up into the bench. That is bang, bang, bang stoppages in play. One out of the play, one swallowed up. Wow, yeah. A lot going on here over the past few minutes in this Oilers game as the Oilers continue to see this and continue to see time wind off the clock. Stuart Skinner's last 12 starts, 12-0, buck 41 goals against average. You love to see it, and B, that's just it. The Red Solo Cup in honor of one Toby Keith, who lost his battle with stomach cancer this morning. Tough news to wake up to, but of course, there ain't no better way to do it than spend your evening drinking out of a Red Solo Cup, even if at the end of the day it is just water. Sorry to those of you wondering. 9:02 to go in the second period. 2017, that's what I was trying to say. The shots favor the Edmonton Oilers. Cody Ceci off the face-off at center ice, fires it all the way down to Aiden Hill. He came out to play it for a brief moment, couldn't touch that puck. Darnell Nurse over to Cody Ceci, shot fired. Save made off the toe by Mr. Aiden Hill, as that's going to be a nice, simple play for Dylan Holloway. He couldn't quite win that battle. 8:40 now remains in this second period of play as this continues to battle along the near side boards as McLeod comes back to Corey Perry. Now Holloway's got the puck in the near side. He's going to lift back to the blue line for Nurse. The shot drifts on net. Nice play again by Holloway to push it to the crease on the rebound. Just couldn't get the scramble enough to win the battle there for the Oilers as this comes down low again. Perry chops at that puck. He can't do it. McLeod, though, is going to do it. And then the Vegas Golden Knights knock it off his stick pretty much immediately as soon as he gathered that puck. Nice play by Darnay, using the long reach to get it over to Brett Kulak, who lost the handle immediately. Shot fired back in by Darnay. The Oilers vacate the zone as they were offside. 7:50 to go here in this second period of play. Puck back to the middle of the ice. Far side pass. The shot fired. Save made by Stuart Skinner. 90.2 mile an hour shot off of the tape of Barbashev, turned aside for save number 17 of the game for Skinner. As this comes to the near side, picked up by Marchessault. He's rolling around. Derek Ryan sees Marchessault hauled down. They're calling it playoff rules tonight. Shot save made in front by Vinny Darnay that time, blocking that shot. Wow. As the Oilers are under siege here in their own zone, the Vegas Golden Knights have ratcheted up the intensity. As Kulak knocks a man off a puck, and then it's in front. A shot fired to Stuart Skinner. Glove save stops the play. And the Oilers with 7:14 to go in this second period hold on and freeze things up, as this has been an interesting turn of events here over the past few seconds as the Vegas Golden Knights ratcheted things up. And actually, the Knights missed the net on that shot from Barbashev. I thought Skinner turned it aside. She missed completely wide, that puck did. 7:14 to go in this second period. Skinner turning aside 17 of 18 shots so far, only outdueled by one Aiden Hill, who's turned aside 20 of 21 so far. As this is going to be a face-off to the left of Stuart Skinner. The scramble up there that time allows Leon Draisaitl to get it onto the tape of Ekholm. Nice play into the middle of the ice onto the tape of Foegele. He will dance around, lose the battle, picked up by Draisaitl, fired back in on the near side. Foegele across to Draisaitl off the side of the net. 6:57 to go in this second period. There comes crashing Kane. That's what you want out of Kane. Just heavy presence along the boards. Fogel's taken down to the ice. Near side pass. Shot fired up off the boards. Now to the middle of the ice. Melker Karlsson across. Fires it in. Down low to Stuart Skinner. Near side pass. As Ekholm bats it off the boards. Linesman does the dance. And here's Draisaitl. Far side. Comes across the blue line. And this will come drifting onto the tape of Bouchard. Bouchard worked off by a Vegas Golden Knights defender, and this one comes into the neutral zone now Golden Knights trying to beat the Oilers to the middle of the ice. Nice stand tall by Ekholm. And here's Drysdale 2-on-1. Dancing to the middle, backhand, handle lost. And he's looking for a call there, but the Vegas Golden Knights will not be whistled down. And this one will be worked now by Zach Hyman. Flipped into the neutral zone, picked up by Darnell Nurse off the fire up by the Vegas Golden Knights. And here's McDavid. He's been flying. He was juiced up from the start in this hockey game, and he's been flying all night. 5:51 to go in this second period. Picked up now by Nurse again. Pass right through the middle. There's McDavid and Hyman. 2-on-1 shot by McDavid. He chose to shoot, and he was denied by Aiden Hill. The shot blocked in front on the one-timer. Set up by McDavid from Darnell Nurse. And this one now, Zach Hyman rolling around again. He's going to spin off the check of Stevenson, look to make the play. And this Oilers top line has looked dangerous all night as well. There's Cody Ceci far side. Good time for him to get his first goal of the season if he can. McDavid getting going, looking around. Now he's going to go to the far side. Dot fires right in front. The Oilers top line has some sustained zone time here. They're about to get a line change in if all goes according to plan. But this one comes off the side of the net. Again, the Vegas Golden Knights fighting that puck free, but it's instead Nugent Hopkins who kicked it around behind the net. Gets it back to Cody Ceci. He loses the handle. The Oilers will look to make a line change, but they still have possession of the puck as Nugent Hopkins will dump this one in. McDavid's going to race to the corner to try and pick the pocket of the Vegas Golden Knight. He hauls down a player. He got hauled down. It comes to Corey Perry. Perry's looking down below the goal line as Perry will get taken down himself. And the Oilers are just pressing here in this second period. They have come up with a much better effort to start this middle frame than they did in that first period, even though they got the goal in the first period. Again, just kind of a classic Drysdale-McDavid combo on that one. As this comes to the middle of the ice, the Oilers see the Golden Knights lose the handle. Dylan Holloway gets hauled down, and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to touch up. No call coming as Dylan Holloway got tripped in the neutral zone. The Golden Knights fortunate enough not to take a call there. And here's Ryan McLeod wheeling and dealing into the Golden Knights zone. He's got the burst of speed that does the job. Here's Holloway. Holloway looking in the middle of the ice, jammed up in front. And that will allow the Golden Knights to free up the puck and come back the other way. 3:52 to go. Barbashev, near side corner Oilers zone. Bouchard able to pick that one up as Ekholm gets it over to Holloway and out of the zone. Here comes now Connor Brown. Brown busting down the wing. What the time this shift would be for his first goal as an Edmonton Oiler. It's in behind. He's still battling. Pietrangelo with the puck fired up off the glass by the Golden Knights. Down into the Oilers end. Ekholm still chasing that puck, being harassed by a Golden Knights player. And it's going to be picked up now by Derek Ryan. Over to Janmark. The puck comes, and here's Janmark trying to pass it back to Brown. Didn't have a stick down on the ice. Don't they teach you that in Pee Wee, I think. 3:12 to go in this second period of play as Ekholm goes across to the far side. And we'll be able to jam that up along the boards. Ref ran into the Oilers player trying to get out of the fray. 3 minutes to go in this second period, and that was a lot to take in there just a few moments ago. There was a lot going on for sure. Evan Bouchard to Leon Draisaitl, can't get it going. Near side pass now for Kane. Kane's going to roll up the near side boards, work over the blue line, shot fired in front. Can't find a stick, and then Ceci overskates the puck. Back the other way, the Vegas Golden Knights come with 2.5 to go. Backhand drive. Stuart Skinner the denial. Pass back, and the Oilers continue to roll the other way. Here's Draisaitl across the line. He's turned back by the Golden Knights defense. Draisaitl far side pass. The camera's all kinds out of position, and Evander Kane gets the tip down in front, but couldn't solidify a shot on net. 24-19 the shots now for the Oilers. They started this period with only 8. 2:07 to go, and the Vegas Golden Knights will be guilty of an icing call. So you'll love to see it. So the Edmonton Oilers rolling around here, trying their best to get things going, and that's Darnell Nurse. Puck right onto the tape of McDavid, and then he walks in and chooses to shoot, but they try to get that done. As this will be McDavid. 2:05 to go in this second period. 1-1 the score. 7 points Last 14 games for Darnell Nurse. The shot fired from the outside. Denied there off the tape of Nugent Hopkins by Aiden Hill. Picked up now far side. Bouchard back to McDavid. Now near side to Ekholm. Back to McDavid high point. Over to Bouchard. They need to tee up the cannon, man. They need to tee up the Bouchbomb. As here comes McDavid wheeling and dealing down low. He'll circle the net. Back to the Bouchbomb as he will hold off the cannon. And here comes McDavid down the left wing. Pass, shot fired. Oh, McDavid just missed sealing it between the ears on one. Aiden Hill is there's a pass in front by Ekholm. Aiden Hill's had a couple of chances where he's been confused around the shot. Whiffed on there by McDavid on the big top one-timer. And now McDavid's still rolling around this top line. Is dancing on Vegas. They are going to be a problem in the playoffs, I'll tell you that much. As Ekholm fires the shot, drifts just wide of the net. The Vegas Golden Knights have been on this shift for just about 2 minutes, and they are letting them play in this hockey game. That much is for sure. As the Oilers bounce right back to the attack, Hyman across the line, McDavid and everybody in tow. As here the Oilers are completing a line change now, as they've already started it. 48 seconds to go in this second period. Just have to avoid the deflating finish. As this one comes across the blue line into the Oilers' end. Down low, Darnell Nurse taken to task. Shot by Stevenson. Turned aside by one Stuart Skinner. And now comes Draisaitl and Foegele back the other way. Draisaitl loses the handle, able to support properly. And then the Oilers lucky not to take it too many men there. Lifting it back down low into the Vegas Golden Knights zone with 20 seconds to go. And this one will come all the way into the Oilers' end, as this will wind off the clock here. One last rush possibly for the Edmonton Oilers. Ryan McLeod plays it onto the tape of Darnell, or I guess it was Darnell Nurse ultimately, but it was Leon Draisaitl initially, and Stuart Skinner catches a fly ball from the blue line, and that will do it for this second period of play. Friends, we are going to dust up along the far side, as there's Darnell Nurse taking task with Alex Pietrangelo. Didn't like what's going on there at the end of the whistle, and he's saying, let's go. As they're not letting go of each other quite right, as Darnell Nurse still got his stick stuck and kind of tapped him on the back of the cup, as Darnell Nurse was doing that for sure, taking a little bit of liberties there against Pietrangelo. McDavid tries to force this one home, and it goes up off the mask of Aiden Hill and back into play. So friends, that will do it for 2 periods of play. We got 1 intermission and then 1 finish to this hockey game. 3rd period plus coming on up. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you right now to hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV, friends. If you haven't done that already, I tell you a lot of folks have tonight. Now up to 14,953 is the number. So we are 47 subscribers away from the big 15,000. I had a good feeling tonight might be the night. But of course, when you're looking for 100 subscribers in one day, it's kind of impossible on YouTube, the size of channel I am. But we actually might end up doing it thanks to you folks back home tonight. So stay tuned. We'll see if we hit that. But we are along for what is going to be a good finish to this hockey game tonight. The Oilers, the Golden Knights tied at 1 apiece after 2 periods of play. And let's just go quickly recap what we know in this hockey game, and then we'll get to the Where in the World You Tuning In From game that we so often love to play here on the streams. Connor McDavid and Nicholas Waugh were the goal scorers way back in the first period. Waugh at the end of the first, McDavid just less than 5 minutes in. That started everything for us this hockey game. The Oilers with 25 shots, the Golden Knights with 19. 14-10 the hits for the Knights. 20-19 the face-offs for the Oilers. Both teams 0 for on the power play, 1 for the Oilers, 2 for obviously the Golden Knights, 4-2 the penalty minutes for the Oilers, and 3-2 the giveaways for the Golden Knights. So both teams playing a tight, conservative effort so far tonight, managing the puck. Gio, good evening to you. K Ferg, welcome along as well. Tony as well, thank you so much. Chicago fan from Edmonton, just subscribed. Hey, I mean, we cover the Chicago Blackhawks a few times a year, right? Always getting these live streams going for them as well. And Gaming, you're just looking for the Oilers to score 2 more goals. Well, 1 midway through the third and 1 empty netter would be the, situation the Oilers are looking for to get that job done. What are we doing here? Yeah, so Vision, we're carrying the play. But now for the third best period by far. Yeah, no, that was the Oilers' best looking period where they didn't score a goal in a long time on this win streak. I mean, just pumping pucks on net, just continuing to wear down the opposition in the offensive zone rather than taking it in the defensive zone. So you like to see that so far in this one. So Josh cheering hard from Bakersfield. Yeah, no, I think there's a lot of folks in Bakersfield tonight very excited about the Oilers doing something massive to win this hockey game, because you folks in Bakersfield, just saying, it's a not so short trip, but it's a short trip to Anaheim and Orange County to get that number 18 game live and in person. So the glasses, I think, had to complete the look. That was what I was going for. I know normally I don't have the glasses on, but figured tonight, if I want to pay attention and try and see things in HD rather than 720, I thought maybe tonight was the night to wear the glasses. As we'll go quickly recap where we're at in terms of the watch time, friends. Combing along here on the stream, that much is for sure. At 5.1, how about 536 hours on the stream? So we love to see it. Liz, the third period will see some action. I believe it is just one greasy play away from exploding here tonight against the Oilers in Vegas. Obviously, they have a couple games remaining still this season, but the big thing you got to remember is these teams don't like each other much, but both teams can't afford stupid penalties trying to take each other out. So, see what happens here. In this third period of play, French welcome in as well. As we continue to roll through this intermission, friends, I think right now would be the best time to simply say, where in the world are you from, right? As I guess, where are you tuning in from tonight? I know we've had some friends from Mazatlan, Mexico. We've had some friends tuning in from all over the place. We've obviously had 6,000 of you aboard at some point tonight, so I'm sure a bunch of you have some interesting places you're tuning in from, right? We've got Josh tuning in from Baco, so we've got a bunch of people tuning in. It's something we like to do when the live streams are a little bigger than usual, and I think tonight at 348 viewers live right now in the second intermission, I think we can play that game. So you want to hit me with that, I'll give you the old shout out and we'll see where we're going. So let's go. Crispy tuning in from Edmonton. James immediately with the tough go on Cody Ceci. He's been fantastic in terms of getting assists this season. That's what he's done well at. Jim tuning in from Banff, Alberta this evening. And Chris, the Oilers are best in the third. They're best in the third. Okay, I was reading that wrong. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Third playoff position? No, we're wrong there. As Liz tuning in from Peace River, Alberta. Again, friends, this is the best part of oil country. Is it's not just northern Alberta, it's not just Alberta, it's all across the world. Of course, as well, Ken tuning in from Stockholm, Sweden via the London in the UK. I like to see that for sure. And Kate Ferg tuning in as usual from St. Albert this evening, and Carol tuning in from Yuma, Arizona. I was going to say that's something I haven't seen yet tonight, but Arizona usually on the map when we play this game, that much is for sure. Big Bear tuning in from Daytona Beach, Florida. So yeah, we're going to have some folks from the United States tonight. I think that ESPN broadcast has brought some friends over this evening to hang out with us here tonight. So thank you if that has been the case here this evening. So Chris, Belleville, Ontario. Yeah, that is a pretty good hockey community from what I understand. That was the former home, or still the home, of the Belleville Bulls, or I believe, if I've got that right. In Vancouver, but that doesn't mean anything. Armin, I like that. Christopher tuning in from Los Angeles, California. That is, of course, the site of the Oilers' Saturday night game this week. The Oilers will be in Los Angeles to take on the Kings. It's all Pacific Division this week. So the Oilers looking for a big action tonight. Lyle, last town down, Highway 2, Cardston, my friend. That's that is a community where obviously a lot of Alberta's gone through, to be honest with you. I know a lot of folks that have spent at least some time in Cardston, whether it just be traveling through or obviously haven't lived in the area. It's a beautiful country down there from what I hear, and somewhere I definitely got to make my way down to. Chris, Ottawa's AHL team is now in Belleville. Bingo. The Belleville Senators. That's what I was trying to think, and I was unable to get it going. So David, welcome in from obviously Thompson. And Whale tuning in from New Westminster. So again, we got coast to coast and around the world. And let's go here as well. Mike tuning in from Fairview, Alberta, the old site of the Fairview Falcons, which I've had the pleasure of calling at a few provincial championships here over the past 2 springs in Cold Lake, Alberta. We'll wire it up again this year for the U15 Tier 1 division up there in Cold Lake. And Andrew tuning in from Singapore this evening. And commentary tuning in from Edmonton as well. So you like to see that as we continue along here, friends, into what is going to be the last few moments of this second period intermission. Yeah, I guess it is 10 o'clock. Hello, Tice. Brian tuning in from right there in Edmonton, Alberta this evening. Capital of Alberta, home of our Edmonton Oilers, heart of oil country, and of course, crown jewel in downtown, the heart of Ice District there, Rogers Place. Mr. Doom as well from Edmonton, and Tristan from Edmonton too. To get to Megan though, tuning in from Queen Creek, Arizona, just a couple of hosers who moved down to the desert, you know. Well, that's just it. I think Bob and Doug McKenzie are being used to fight the old government hike on alcohol tax right now. I think that's what we I saw a billboard or something on my way up to Edmonton to be actually with that. So yeah, let's see what happens here as we continue along. So yeah, see exciting offers. And we should be just about done for this intermission. I'm hoping to be anyway. Don tuning in from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. That's actually another big hotbed for Oilers fans, friends, is Saskatchewan. I know a lot of Oilers fans that have spent a lot of their life over in Saskatchewan. I've been as far east as, let me think here, Good Soil. I think Good Soil, Saskatchewan is as far east into Saskatchewan as I've been. As far west into BC as I've been is unfortunately only Fort St. John. Kind of just might as well be Alberta at that point. As Jin tuning in from Ottawa, Smurfy World tuning in, or Smurfy tuning into the live stream right now. And Kyan welcome in as well, as we're getting things rolling around. Awake Elsnor, welcome in as well, as this is the Edmonton Oilers 50-50. Every kid deserves a shot. And we are in Vegas, friends, for this third period of play. We are just about ready to get things set up and going. They've got a shot of the Bellagio right now. Man, that looks like a real fancy place. You like to see that. As $1 million score and win here. As so far, there's only one winner, and it is a $200 gift card by Kayoshi Huang. I believe is how you pronounce that, if I've got this right. I always screw that up. I know 2 variations of that last name, and I always seem to screw it up. Chris, come to Ottawa for the Oilers game on March 24th. Unfortunately, March 24th, I am scheduled to be where? I believe possibly Grand Cache. There's a hockey provincials in Grand Cache that I might have some broadcasting rights that I have to go stir up for my U13 squad. That's where their provincials are at if everything goes according to plan. So see what happens. Duncan tuning in from Clearwater. Thank you so much for being aboard. And Tom, you're down on vacation streaming live from the cruise ship off the coast of Belize. Let's go. That's somewhere we haven't had too many friends tuned in from, especially off the coast too, but hope the cruise is going well and everything's good so far. As Smurfy tuning in from Sturgeon County, that's another big part around oil country as well. 10 plus game winning streak allowing 2 goals or less in each game. 14 wins in a row for the Edmonton Oilers while allowing 2 goals or less. Friends, we are just about ready to get this third period underway again. If you've been tuning along for the ride, thank you for being aboard. But one more time, I will hit you before we get back to action here with that. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're hanging out with me regularly and you haven't done it, that much I would encourage as well. But this is the time in the stream where I'd like to take a moment, look you in the face, say, friends, for those of you watching without a YouTube account right now, right? You can't subscribe, you can't like, you can't chat, you can't do any of the fancy stuff. Hey, you know what? Appreciate you being aboard for the ride. You're the unsung heroes of every single live stream, tuning in, tuning out, tuning throughout the live stream. Thank you for being aboard. Thank you for choosing to tune into Dolynny TV. And thank you for hanging out with me for what has been a good hockey game so far, right? Not like we haven't been treated to an absolute gem through 2 periods of play from the Edmonton Oilers. So we'll see what happens here for this one. As Mr. Gene Principe gets us teed up with Bob Stauffer on the call of the hockey game. As good to hear, Tom, that the cruise is epic. That is fantastic. And see what happens. So, James, why didn't I go to the game on the most important game in history? Well, man, again, it's one of those things. Work does, end of the day, also do come first, unfortunately. As Nuggets tuning in here for the Vegas Golden Knights, we're going to see a lot of that here down the stretch. As I am sure we're going to see even the Swifties tuning in, asking who's going to win tonight. I'm assuming the Edmonton Oilers are going to be able to pull this out. We've been a third period team. It comes down at the end of the day to the third period. I'm starting to stress. You can see me doing some weird ticks here. Yeah, I'm starting to stress out a little bit about this hockey game, and we'll see what happens here. So, Matthew, going for the Oilers from Mississauga. Thank you so much. Armand, thank you for the donation as well. The super chat, I guess, is what they call it nowadays. Yeah, no, it's going to be fantastic to see the Oilers finish this one off down the stretch. Who's my player of the game so far before the third period starts? Again, 1 goal allowed through 2 periods of play. Stuart Skinner, right? If you're going to backbone your team to victory, that starts in the first, that carries through the second, and it finishes off in the third period of play. Skinner has done 2/3 of that list, and I assume he's looking to make that 3 out of 3 in this third period of play. One last commercial break, and then we are up and underway for what will be the finish to this hockey game, friends. As this one will go here as it's going some power play goals and no more. Unfortunately, I can't allow that to stand, but again, I'm going to read that out before we delete it. As yeah, no, nice to see CC getting a shot as well. I appreciate somebody supporting CC out here. So let's go here as well, Josh. It's a golden day to be a Knights fan. I don't know about that. I think the Oilers look to have something to say here in this third period. At least the biggest part for me is on the night that we can make history. It all comes down at the end of the day to the third period. That's the biggest part here, is we don't have to worry about the Oilers like choking it in the first period, being down 5-0, and then the game's not worth tuning into. We actually have a chance now here in this third period to really ramp up the intensity and make some history. So see what happens as this one goes along for the ride. And yeah, you know what? We'll see what happens. As Nugget, you're tuning in for Eichel's next goal. That's where I don't even know if you're a Vegas Golden Knights fan, because Jack Eichel is injured and not playing. So just saying, if you're unaware, welcome to it. But that's where we're at. So Chris, that too. If we find a way to beat Adin Hill tonight and rattle him throughout the next few games in this regular season series, come playoff time, if we face him in the first or second round, that could be a huge, huge difference maker, knowing that we can actually beat him as opposed to always get beat by him. So here we go. We are just about ready to go. There's a 24-hour Starbucks in a hotel in Vegas down by the Paris Balloon or whatever, across the street from Bellagio on the Strip. It does not look that busy in Vegas tonight. I know they're talking about Super Bowl weekend, big game for the Oilers, but seems interesting that there's not that many folks in there. And Leon Draisaitl was struggling on the Struggling on the accuracy channel, that much is, or struggling on the accuracy challenge. Okay, words are failing me here. But let's quickly take one last look at the watch time, friends, before we get things kicked off for this third period of play as we go to what would that be? 5.2 divided by 60. How about 615 hours already watched on the live stream? We can bring it home. We only need about, 135 to bring home what will be a grand total of, yes, indeed, 750 hours on tonight's live stream. That just seems crazy to me. I can tell you that much. And Les, thank you so much as well for the super chat, friends. That was 2 super chats right off the hop here to start this third period. Like I said, tonight we were going commercial free no matter what, but I appreciate it for sure. So here we go, friends. We are about ready for this hockey game to get underway. 26-19 the shots for the Oilers after 2 periods of play. And the Oilers are ready to get things going. I believe they've had 36 attempts. I think they had that backwards. But we are about ready to kick things off. The bench shot. Derek Ryan is jamming on the bench there. He's got the long hair going as well, by the way. Mr. Derek Ryan. I think we saw a bucket list shot. He looks like he's got things going as we are going to get the shots of the guys on the face-off here at center ice. They've taken their time getting the center ice face-offs up and done here to start the periods tonight, but I think that has something to do with the U.S. national television, as this is, of course, a big-time game in the U.S. tonight, as this is a face-off win for the Oilers. 19:57 to go, puck to the near side. Here's Nugent Hopkins firing a shot, drifts into the far side corner off a stick. Seems like forever since we last talked about hockey here on the channel. That was a long intermission. 19:44 to go. The Vegas Golden Knights able to clear out center. McDavid turns it back. Nice flip in there by Nugent Hopkins. Down in behind Aiden Hill. We've already killed off half a minute in this first half, I guess you could say, of the third period, I guess, to save my own sentence, as this one's coming down low into the Vegas Golden Knights zone. Zach Hyman wheels it off of the Golden Knights tape as they're still able to retrieve the puck. Tied after 2, 6-3-2 are the Vegas Golden Knights. The Oilers 6-1-1. So you're hoping the Vegas Golden Knights 5 losses is the difference maker. Here is Stuart Skinner out to play the puck, ripped around the near side boards, picked up by Fogle. He saw it go by. The Golden Knights turn it over here. Pass in front, shot deflected by Evander Kane. Can't get that going back the other way. It comes into the middle of the ice as Cody Ceci plays that puck. Picked up now by Leon Draisaitl. He gets taken down by a Golden Knight. Back the other way. Here's the shot by Paul Cotter to the outside as this one's coming back and now behind the net. Is this going to rip up? Shot fired. Save made. Nope. Just kidding. You wish it was. Chandler Stevenson finds the top shelf on Stuart Skinner, who looked like he felt that puck somewhere, but it is the Vegas Golden Knights that score the goal to make it 18:36, a 2-1 hockey game for those Vegas Golden Knights. That's tough, as that one was just a good chance there for Evander Kane. Just couldn't quite jam it home. And then back the other way, the Oilers kind of get caught slow playing that puck. It comes right to the middle of the ice, and just open wide enough for a good look was Chandler Stevenson. He can bury a puck from the dot, and Stuart Skinner sliding out, not enough to save that one. And that goes up over top of the right shoulder of Stuart Skinner, who was looking like he got a piece of it. The camera's not moving from center ice. Whoever's on camera for Sportsnet tonight has been struggling all game. 18:25 to go in this third period. Again, maybe a tougher building to do camera work in. Who knows? As Corey Perry is going to battle this one down low into the far side corner. Comes back to the point here. The Oilers have to pick it up and get going here. As this one comes rolling around, Dylan Holloway jams it free at the blue line of the Oilers. Back the other way, the Vegas Golden Knights able to pick it up at center. 17:59 to go in this third period to play. The Golden Knights have leveled the shot clock 22-22 as Desharnais will pick this one up in his own zone. A tough break there to start this period for the Oilers, but the best part about the third period Edmonton Oilers is that we just don't shake our confidence too well. And now we've allowed our maximum 2 goals over the past 14-15 games, and now it's time to settle in and win this one 3-2, just like we've always planned to, right? overtime shootout. It's going to be a beauty. 17.5 to go. Cody Ceci going to bounce it off the boards. Nice play there by the Vegas Golden Knights to turn it back. Ceci will have to retreat along the end wall. Darnell Nurse in support. He gets knocked off the puck. Back to the blue line. McNabb looking to play this one down low. Turned back around. The shot fired by the Knights. Blocked in front that time by Ceci. 17 minutes to go in this third period. We are already done the first 3 minutes of this third period of play. The puck around the boards down into the Golden Knights territory. As this comes down low, as this goes for the Golden Knights to set up the attack one more time. The Oilers top line on the ice now. Nice play by the Oilers to throw a pick at the blue line, flip it back the other way. Nugent Hopkins hustling after the puck. He can't do it. This one's going to come to the near side again. Now this time McDavid picks up steam. He has it knocked off his stick. The Golden Knights turn it back the other way, and here they come. Across the Oilers line, the shot fired, save made by Skinner. He kicks it out. Picked up now by McDavid again. He's going to get going back the other way. Shot fired, deflected in on Aiden Hill, who kicks it out to the corner. This is worked back to the blue line, and this will jump across, and McDavid knows he can't touch it, and then he quickly jumps right back in. This one will come back across now for the Golden Knights. And back to the far side. 16 minutes to go in this third period of play. Like I said, the nerves were setting in. They've set in now that we're down a goal. Nice play out by the Oilers to Warren Foegele. Picked up beautifully in stride by Leon Draisaitl across the line. He gets with a beautiful move. The shot fired, save made by Aiden Hill. No rebound to be had. And we've got 4 and change gone in this third period of play. Friends, the Edmonton Oilers have 16-ish minutes to work with here. So we'll see if they can get the job done. Got just a little bit of water. Guess I'm going to have to take a few more moments. But the Oilers just need to get this job done. 15:43 to go in this third period of play. Wales trying to lighten the mood. I love it. As we've got now Vinny Desharnais near side, 24-22. The shots on net. As it's going to be backhanded down low by Nicholas Waugh and picked up by Warren Foegele. As the Oilers break out of their own zone again here, as this comes back the other way for Kane across to Draisaitl. Draisaitl fights off the check, batted down by the Golden Knights, through into center. Marcia Show's going to fire this onto the tape of Waugh. Nice play by Kulak to stand his ground and get it out of the zone. Whitecloud muscles it back into possession for the Golden Knights. 15:08 to go in this third period of play. And this one's going to come now for Nicholas Hague, the far side. Picked up by Zach Whitecloud. The shot fired in again in the Oilers zone. Takes a funny hop off the end boards. And it looks like it indeed went out of play, and we'll have the face-off at center ice. So we'll see what happens here. As ooh, that came off of the glass, deflected off his stick again. 14:59 to go in this third period of play. This one comes near side. Nice play there by the Golden Knights to get it out into the neutral zone again. The Golden Knights, the Oilers have done good so far to clear the puck as many times as they have, prevent danger in their own zone when they can. And I was fighting off that sneeze, sorry. As the Oilers will pick this one up, fire it back into the Golden Knights zone. 14:26 to go. Golden Knights tip it into possession in the middle of the zone. Picked up by McLeod as he works out and works back in. Nope, he'll turn back. Dashed over to Bouchard, who touches back to Ekholm. Far side face-off dot inside the Oilers zone. Nice play as they get wheels turning as Hyman hits the ice. And here's now the Oilers to the attack here with McDavid and Nugent Hopkins as well in support. This one played far side, and here comes 13:58 to go. The Oilers and Golden Knights rolling around as Ekholm able to get it over to Bouchard, bounced off the boards to Hyman. He can't seem to cleanly play this puck, but now coming across the line now is Hyman. Over to Nugent Hopkins, tipped and lost as there's Ekholm pushing his man off the puck. McDavid a nice steal, And now McDavid's got time to wind up. Here he's coming, cutting through the neutral zone. McDavid across center. Shot fired. Save made by Adin Hill. And then McDavid, for good measure, takes down a Golden Knights shot. Again, fired, deflected off of Adin Hill. And this one tipped out into the neutral zone as the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights are going to come down to the wire here. 13 minutes to go here in this third period of play. Nugent Hopkins down low. Puck fires off the boards. And this one will come across now for Stevenson. Back to the blue line for the attacker Mark Stone. He'll dribble it on net. Stuart Skinner quickly just puts the hands down, covers up the puck. We have less than 13 minutes to go in this third period of play. So let's get this done, friends. We've got just a few moments to go in this hockey game. If it gets to the overtime, hoping for 2-2 by the Oilers, then anything can happen. Dwayne, I would say as well. That would be how I'd say it. And well, it's a screen name, but I like it anyway. And given I need 6 goals in this game, well, I don't think you're getting more than 4, to be honest with you. It may very well come down to the shootout tonight, the way the Edmonton Oilers are playing this one. So, see what happens. But I'm going to be right back, friends. If I'm dribbling that last drink of water on my chin, that would mean I'm out of water. Give me a moment. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'll be right back. All right, friends, let's do this. The Edmonton Oilers, the Golden Knights. We're still on commercial break. I'm going to give you a quick update here on the subscribers, as we are just about to obviously get a pretty big finish to this live stream. 14,974 subscribers. We are legitimately 26 away from getting that done. That's insanity. All right, friends. They're talking about the rough stuff tonight in this hockey game. The closer look from Darnell Nurse, who's been an absolute stud tonight, making some great defensive plays, a great pass to McDavid, and of course mixing it up with Pietrangelo after the whistle. So for the Edmonton Oilers, we just need a goal. Jeff, Chris, as well as Thunder and Pineapple, welcome aboard, as Mr. Brett Kulak will chip this puck to Connor Brown. He'll waffle board it off the boards and just kind of found a way to get it deeper into the neutral zone before the Golden Knights batted it back in. 12:39 to go in this third period of play for the Oilers. Near side pass over to Vinny Desharnais. Oilers lead ahead. Kulak spins around back into his own zone. 12:29 to go in this third period. Nice pass to the blue line. Here it comes as this is over to Brown. Now the jam shot in front. Can't get it done. And this one will be worked out there now for Melker Karlsson, who will come back the other way across the blue line. Now over to Marcia Show, tipped on net. Can't seem to do it. And this will roll around here. 12:05 to go in this third period of play. Picked up now by the Oilers again, trying to flip into the neutral zone. That one just kind of missed everybody on the airmail. And we are inside the last 12 minutes to go in this hockey game. The Oilers about set to do their best work, as well as, you know, I know somebody is saying they're 4-2. I think that was Gamble earlier. This one's going to come now across down low into the Oilers' end. 11:40 to go in this one. Is this picked up now by Matthias Ekholm as the Oilers lose the battle for it. The Golden Knights are offside, though. So that's going to allow the Oilers to reset and get an attack possibly going here as Ekholm jams it into the Golden Knights zone, down to Adin Hill. He'll fire to the far side for Korzak, and then that's going to be lifted off the boards and out of the zone. Evan Bouchard in a foot race. There's a man in front of the net, but Bouchard wins the battle. A perfect work of art there from Evan Bouchard, tipped off the glove of a Vegas Golden Knights player. And friends, we are in it to win it now with 11 minutes to go here in this third period play. The Oilers are down a goal. Here's McDavid dancing to the front of the net, taken to the far boards, and his chance spelled off as with 10:52 to go in this third period, we continue along. Shots 26-24 for the Edmonton Oilers. There is plenty of time to get this job done here. And now loading up is one Dylan Holloway in on net. He'll go around behind for Ryan McLeod in front. Corey Perry teed up the one-timer. Just couldn't hit the net clean. 10:28 to go in this third period. Time continuing to wind on down. This one picked up now by the Oilers over to Cody Ceci. Ceci shot fired just over top of the blocker. And again, can't keep it in at the blue line. 95-mile-an-hour shot for Cody Ceci. We have got 10 minutes remaining here in this third period to play. Nice play by McLeod and parried across the line. McLeod has been flying alongside McDavid tonight as McLeod comes up with this puck again. There's Holloway, a rip shot just wide. The Oilers, the Golden Knights, a couple of good chances here tonight that have missed the net wide. Gotten us excited nonetheless. Perry back to the blue line. Ceci far side over to Nurse. The shot fired, tipped in front, blocked down by Vegas. And this one will come out to the neutral zone as 9:40 remains in this third period of play. Oh, friends, get up. It's going to be a good finish here tonight. I'm going to tell you that much for free. 9.5 to go in this third period. Working out from behind the net. Now picked up by Ceci over to Nurse. Nurse will skate around a defender. Nice pick by Ceci to free up the space. And Nurse fires it down low into the behind Aiden Hill. And we have a penalty coming up here. Is it against Vegas? Is it against Edmonton? I'm not sure. But what a move there by McDavid. And then he's just pushed to the outside by Mark Stone. Tough go there, but you like to see it. The Oilers have been working hard. And what a tip there by Ryan McLeod. Just could not bite it off the Vegas defender, Zach Whitecloud. And we will have, I thought we had a penalty upcoming. We do not. We have a face-off instead in the Oilers zone with 9:19 to go in this third period. 2-1 for the Oilers. As it gets going, the shot fired. Vegas Golden Knights player falls down. Kane's going to just work it to the outside, trying to beat Korzak wide. Can't do it. The Golden Knights clear the zone. 9:08 to go in this third period as this comes back to the blue line. Picked up by Kulak over to Desharnais. As that will be tipped up off the glass by the Oilers. Down low it comes. Fogle wins the race to the puck. Somehow angled Korzak away from it. 8:50 to go. And this again comes now to Vinny Desharnais. And this one comes over now for Nugent Hopkins, who fires the shot. And this one continues for a chance for the Oilers to pick it up in the neutral zone. The Golden Knights just trying their best to keep it out of the net now as this Nugent Hopkins across the line working there. He is not going to get the benefit of a bounce. And 8.5 remains in this third period as the Oilers continue to look for any opportunity they can get in this one across the line. There's Hyman onside with McDavid. He's driving around behind the net. Back up high for Draisaitl. Can't get it. This one comes back now for Chandler Stevenson across the line. He'll tip it onto the stick of a Golden Knight, but a nice play by Ekholm's able to get it back the other way. Taken down by the linesman was Connor McDavid by the looks of that one. And the Golden Knights turn and burn back the other way. 2-on-1. Nice play by Connor to get it going the other way. And here's Draisaitl. Here's McDavid. Here's the shot. Save made by Aiden Hill. And the Golden Knights clear out into the Oilers zone. Wow, absolutely unbelievable right there. Aiden Hill bailing out on a beautiful back check by Connor McDavid to spring that chance. And here comes Derek Ryan back the other way. He's on to the attack now as this is going to bounce off the boards. The shot fired, blocked in front by a Vegas defender, and then sprawling on it is Aiden Hill to cover it up as Connor Brown is taken down in front. And my goodness, right now 7:22 to go in this third period. And what an absolutely crazy sequence there for the Oilers. A nice pass and then a rip shot there for Draisaitl as Hill makes a save that counts for something huge there. So friends, welcome aboard to Dolynny TV. If you're just tuning in, thanks for being aboard for what is going to be a fun finish to this hockey game. Hope you hang out and finish this one off with me. Again, what I will also tell you is hang out and then hit that subscribe button before you're up and done tonight, because what I want you to do is come back for the rest of this season. We're in for what's going to be a great finish to this season. Obviously, tonight's action telling you that much for sure. So I'd love to have you aboard for what is going to be a great rest of the year, and as well chasing 15,000 tonight. And friends, I might have something to say here if everything goes according to plan before the end of the stream tonight. 14,981, so 19 subscribers away from 15,000. Thank you again for being aboard tonight. But the Oilers bringing it down to the wire here against the Vegas Golden Knights. We're in for what's going to be a great finish to this hockey game. So it's been one of those nights, where they have allowed the boys to play hockey, and right, we thought it would be a playoff hockey game, and so far it has been more or less the most styled playoff game the Oilers and possibly even the Golden Knights have played this season. So we're in for a good finish here tonight, and we'll see if see what happens. Is Brian tuning in from Vegas? That's all good. That's all good. End of the day, we appreciate you being aboard. Keep it civil. I think everybody's done a pretty good job of that tonight, and we'll see what happens here this evening the rest of the way home, as we're up over 750 hours. So now the real question mark is, will we finish this live stream where we possibly could? Friends, last year we hit over 500 during those Bruins games. Just to inform you, there's 500 of you aboard for the ride with me right now. So here we go. Vander Kane on the bench right now as the Oilers go for the kill shot to tie the hockey game. Hyman, Draisaitl, McDavid loaded up. We were warned by Low Tide. I tell you that. I heard that today, and I'm like, yeah, that seems kind of crazy. But no. It is true. It's 7:20 to go in this third period, as it's Ekholm picking that one up, firing back the other way now across the line. There's Stevenson, hauled down by Draisaitl. Nice saving play for Dry, and coming back the other way, it's Hyman and McDavid. McDavid to the far side wing for Ekholm. He's going to have to peel back. Draisaitl is able to action to the puck. Here's Bouchard, the cannon shot. Save made by Adin Hill. 6:55 to go in this third period. The Oilers saw that puck settle down. They're back on it. They're looking for the opportunity to finish this hockey game in a tie after 60 minutes of play, as that one just fought out at center ice by the Vegas Golden Knights. Leon Draisaitl picks it up, gets it across the line. McDavid fires the pass across the far side. It's retreating Hyman. He's diving down, makes the play. They are literally letting the boys play tonight. This one comes down to Stuart Skinner. He'll battle off the end wall, and this picked up by Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm lifts up back into the middle of the ice. Here comes the Oiler across the line. The attack for Dylan Holloway this time. He can't get to that puck cleanly. The Golden Knights able to separate him and the puck, and this one is able to work out back into the neutral zone. So this one back across the line. Barbashev fires it down low. 6:03 to go in this third period of play. The Golden Knights now starting to attack in the Oilers zone, but again, quickly hopping on it was Ryan McLeod, as this one, with 5:53 to go in the third period, D-to-D pass, the Golden Knights will be able to work out and get down low to Stuart Skinner. Skinner looking to make this play. He'll come off the boards for Cody Ceci, picked up by Darnell Nurse, played ahead by the Oilers, turned back by Melker Karlsson. He'll get across the blue line. That's a handful to say, I guess you could say, as Perry will turn and burn again back for this third line, picked up now by McLeod. He's looking for an option, fires the shot, save, scooped up by Adin Hill, and Hill's looking for something here. With 5:21 to go in this third period of play, we will have another stoppage in play, but this one is coming down to the wire, and the Edmonton Oilers looking to get this job done. Jackson, hats off to Adin Hill so far again tonight. He proves to be the Oilers' main nemesis on the other side of the ice inside T-Mobile Arena. So you like to see it for the Oilers. They have not given up, though. They've crashed the net. They've bumped and banged, and they've done their best to try and change this hockey game here so far, as we're in for what could be a very good finish here tonight, friends. Again, I will encourage you, as you're tuning aboard, if you are new to Dolynny TV, you want to stay up to date with the Edmonton Oilers, hey, that's this whole gig. I talk about the Oilers pretty much every day. Definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button, friends. Closing in on 15,000. That's kind of been the whole pitch tonight. And I will tell you, we are just about there. It is coming down to to the wire in this hockey game. It's 2-1 between the Oilers and Golden Knights. And we're about to finish this one off. So that's the last time I'll throw up the subscribe ad here tonight. 14,990. We'll do it at the end of the hockey game. But right there, we are going to do some history here on the channel. And we're also at the same time going to hopefully see the Edmonton Oilers kill off the clock with tying the game 2-2 to take us to overtime. So let's get this done, Brian. My pleasure for you. And Brian as well. Let's see what happens here. Is you're talking Mark Messier there as well, as we like that. And is that Patrick Waugh or Aiden Hill? Aiden Hill's been absolutely electric here the past 6, 7, 8 months, I guess you could say. I guess it would be 8 at this point. Yeah, about 8 months back since April. And he's looking to bring it home again tonight, once again, against the Edmonton Oilers. So friends, we're about to get this going. Bogies, thank you so much for the dono as well. Appreciate that. And we are about to get things underway here for what will be a good finish to this hockey game, as we are, what, 5:50 to go? 5:21? 5:21. That's where we're at. So let's get this going. Puck won back by the Vegas Golden Knights. We are just about to be inside the last 5 minutes of this third period. Darnell Nurse, no panic in his game, bounced it off the boards to Warren Foegele. Nice pick by Nugent Hopkins, and the Oilers are across the line. These are the lines that the Oilers used to win some hockey games on this win streak. They just couldn't connect there. Could that second line. With 4:56 to go, it's fired back into the Oilers' end. Cody Ceci hustling after the puck. He's got nice and call against the Vegas Golden Knights, and we're going to line up a face-off inside the Vegas Golden Knights zone. So the Edmonton Oilers looking to do that. We also just crossed 200 likes on the stream, so thank you so much for doing that. Appreciate that. And we can see the Oilers, they've got 5 minutes to get this win streak tied. Well, I mean 5 minutes to tie the hockey game, and then they've got maybe a potential of 5 minutes plus in a shootout as well to tie that win streak of the Pittsburgh Penguins all time. So face off now for Connor McDavid. One back to Leon Draisaitl. Bouchard has it from back home. He dribbles it off the stick of a Vegas Golden Knights defender, and Stevenson's content to flip it back the other way down to Stuart Skinner. Picked up now by Leon Draisaitl, who will work ahead. Gets on his horse and lumbers up, and just couldn't quite get past the Vegas Golden Knights defense, as this is going to be a nice play now for McDavid to jam it off the boards. He can't get it past Carlson, but instead it's going to allow him to break free for some reason. And there's Draisaitl trying to play it past the Golden Knights. Stick work doesn't work out there. 4:17 to go, as this one will come down low inside the Oilers zone again. And it's going to be picked up now by Connor McDavid across the line. He's to the attack. McDavid dribbling a puck on Aiden Hill. He can't get it past him though. And the Oilers continue to bang around down low. Can't seem to do it there. And 3:55 to go in this third period of play, as we've got the Oilers a line change here. This will be picked up through the neutral zone by Corey Perry. Perry over to Ryan McLeod. McLeod in on net. Can't get it in front. Tipped there by Holloway, but not in the right position. And this is going to come back the other way. Down low to Stuart Skinner. Skinner sees it come right in front of the net. Perry battling, frees it up, and now lifting ahead is Dylan Holloway. 3:24 to go in this third period of play. As time is winding down on the Edmonton Oilers, it will be just a matter of a moment or two now until Stuart Skinner gets out of that net with about 2 minutes left in this third period of play, should the Oilers line up a face-off in the offensive zone around that time. Golden Knights back the other way. Big chance here for Stone. Turned aside by Stuart Skinner. That one was massive. Shot blocked in front by Vinny Desharnais. We're inside the last 3 minutes as Jack Michael is screaming on the television sets right now. We're going down the stretch, friends. 2:50 remains in this third period. 30-25 the shots for the Oilers. Let's get this done. We got just a few moments to go, as 2.5 remains in this third period of play. Down low behind Adin Hill. The Oilers come crashing and banging. Kane rattles the entire end boards around to the far side. Picked up by Ekholm. Ekholm near side to Bouchard. He dances a defender, dances two defenders. And this is going to allow the Oilers to get the extra man on. It's Connor McDavid. McDavid rips the shot. Adin Hill turns it aside with a glove hand swat. And that's going to have Draisaitl across the line. The Vegas Golden Knights to the attack. The shot fired towards the net. It's not going to hit, as Golden Knights are going to fire that one up off a stick. My goodness. Breathe a sea of relief. Oh. Wow. All right. Yikes. Connor McDavid just busting through, just couldn't bite it there. And then Stone turned aside by Stuart Skinner there on the last chance before he was pulled. 2:04 to go in this third period to play. 2-1. The Vegas Golden Knights lead the Edmonton Oilers. Mark Stone thought he had a chance to bury the Oilers and failed to do so. The face-off to the right of Stuart Skinner back in net for the Edmonton Oilers. 31-25, the shots on goal for the Oilers. And the face-off for Draisaitl and Hyman. Somebody's stick snapped off the draw. It was a Vegas Golden Knights stick. Down low to Matthias Ekholm. Bouchard passes it to the far side wing. Cut off in the middle now. Tip play there by the Oilers over to Draisaitl. And he couldn't handle it there, and it comes all the way back down into the zone. Icing against the Golden Knights. And there you go. Set it up just like that. An icing call with $1:47 to go in the third period to play. The Edmonton Oilers, friends, looking to bring this one home right here, right now. Empty net for the Oilers with a timeout possibly coming. I'm not sure what. It doesn't look like it. Maybe we haven't seen anything from Chris Knobloch as of yet. And Stuart Skinner talking it over with Calvin Pickard, as we'll have the face-off to the right of Adin Hill. The Oilers looking to get this job done as this comes in behind the net. The nice play there by the Golden Knights will get it down the length of the ice. No icing call. Nugent Hopkins, the first one to greet it, as Bouchard will pick this one up. Far side pass over, and this is chipped down low as Hyman gets on his horse. A weird play off the boards. Back into the middle of the ice. Bouchard can't swallow that puck up. He's got a race for it. He beats the Golden Knights attacker, and here's Nugent Hopkins loading up the attack one more time for the Oilers. Near side pass to Hyman. He bats it in down low to Adin Hill. Over to play it is Nugent Hopkins with $1:11 to go in this third period of play. Nugent Hopkins rattles it off the boards one more time. Vegas tying it up along the hand wall, and this one comes back to the blue line here, as there's Draisaitl ripping a shot blocked in front by the Golden Knights as Nugent Hopkins first one to the puck. The Knights see a man taken down, and it will be a face-off inside the Golden Knights zone with 50 seconds to go in this third period. Friends, we are being treated to an absolute classic here with 51.5 to go in this third period of play. I mean, if the streak falls, it ain't for a terrible game by the Edmonton Oilers. This is about as bulletproof of a hockey game as you can have, literally, despite losing. So let's see what happens here on this one as that puck comes into the bench and it's caught up by Dylan Holloway. It's like, whoa, hey, that puck landed on me. So the timeout for the Oilers with 51.5 to go in this third period. And friends, we are about to see if the Oilers have what it takes on this 16-game win streak against the Vegas Golden Knights, less than a minute to play, to draw up the play that ties the hockey game, the look that beats Adin Hill for a second time tonight on 30-plus shots and gets the job done to send us to overtime. That's what we're playing for right now. It ain't for the win. It is for simply the extra point and then plus if the Oilers can get the job done. McDavid looking like he's confident in this one. Third period, 51.5 to go. 2-1 Vegas, Edmonton. As we're going to see what happens in this final finish. Connor McDavid lines up on the wing. Leon Draisaitl picks up the face-off here. And this one goes back. Face-off won by the Oilers. Picked up by Bouchard. Shot fired towards. That one goes wide as Draisaitl will scramble. Pietrangelo fires it back to the blue line. Tape on for the Vegas Golden Knights. They will work this one to the far side. Melker Karlsson dances around Bouchard, fires it. Empty net goal. And that will make it 3-1 for the Vegas Golden Knights. As Connor McDavid hops over the bench, he's not too impressed with how that one finished off. And that is a tough finish there tonight. The streak likely over here as Connor McDavid not too impressed looking. Karlsson, great move to get around Bouchard. I mean, full credit on the sales pitch there against Evan Bouchard to finish this one off, as that was a beauty of a move around Bouchard. Bouchard had to bite to obviously defend. And then game finishes with the empty netter. 3-1 for Vegas. That again, Vegas just seems to have the Oilers' number. Connor McDavid visibly frustrated on the bench. 32.8 seconds to go in this third period of play. And the Oilers will wind this one down. Draisaitl looks pretty shook. Tough finish, but the Edmonton Oilers obviously put up a pretty dang good fight throughout the hockey game. I mean, they did not lose for a lack of trying. They went hard at it all night. 31 quality shots on one. Adin Hill make it 32 with 15.0 seconds remaining on the clock. Tough finish here tonight. But the Vegas Golden Knights give the Oilers the toughest test on the win streak so far. You look at the style of the hockey game. But the Vegas Golden Knights do exactly what every team should have been doing against the Oilers on that win streak, trying to snap it. But Adin Hill stands on his head as well and finishes off the Edmonton Oilers. 15 seconds to go here, friends. And that will do it for tonight's Edmonton Oilers hockey game. 9-10 seconds remain. 6 shot fired, save made, Stuart Skinner. 3 seconds to go. Heads held high, friends. The Edmonton Oilers win streak is over at 16. They're yard sailing things onto the ice right now in Vegas. But all said, friends, the Edmonton Oilers do their thing, lose the streak, and now it's full send for the NHL playoffs. And to tell you, we're 5 subscribers total away from 15,000. Friends, I guess if you can send me off in good fashion tonight, hit that subscribe button on your way out. I'd love to see you back here Friday night. Maybe if I have the time, if not Saturday, for when the Oilers look forward to starting a new streak, whether it be against Anaheim or the Los Angeles Kings. Now, to the post-game portion, it's going to be a good finish up here tonight, and we'll get things done. All right, stay tuned. Let's giddy up. Hey, friends, this is Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard for tonight's post-game edition of the Edmonton Oilers and Vegas Golden Knights. A tough finish, 3-1 for Vegas, but this is where I will say nice and early before anyone can accuse me of anything. I will tell you, friends, the Vegas Golden Knights played the Edmonton Oilers exactly the way every team should have been playing the Edmonton Oilers, trying to snap this streak. And if there was any team that was going to play the Edmonton Oilers that way, it was indeed going to be the Vegas Golden Knights, and they do it tonight. Hats off to Adin Hill. Credit to the Vegas Golden Knights defense, and of course the offense striking at just the perfect times. The game-winning goal, again, another game in which the Edmonton Oilers have not learned the lessons from the playoffs, in which they held the lead and lose the hockey game to the Vegas Golden Knights. Darnell Nurse was an absolute star of this hockey game for the Edmonton Oilers. I can tell you that much. He was an absolute workhorse out there for the Oilers, doing everything right. 2 hits, 7 shots attempts, perfect passes, great defense, doing everything you need from your number one defenseman tonight. So hats off again to Darnell Nurse as well in what was a pretty good performance. And here's the thing, the Oilers did not lose this game because they lost this game. They just lost this game because end of the day, the Vegas Golden Knights won it, right? The Oilers, they did everything they could to win this hockey game. One thing that colored me very shocked tonight was the fact that the Oilers crashed the crease quite often against Adin Hill tonight, scrambled up in front of him, took task trying to chip the puck home. And I was quite amazed to see the Edmonton Oilers take it to the blue paint against Adin Hill tonight. And unfortunately, it just still doesn't pay off. The streak's over. 16 in a row now becomes 1 loss. And now the Oilers look forward to starting things up. The nice part is, I guess, for my weekend plans. I can breathe easy when it comes to figuring out how this weekend's going to go, and obviously get Friday night up and underway. Party time, I guess, is the Anaheim Ducks game. The Oilers will get back in the win column hopefully Friday night, and then we talk Saturday night for another live stream here on Dolynny TV. But friends, as I get prepared to head out tonight, there's really not much to break down about this hockey game. Stuart Skinner was amazing as always. Only allowed 2 goals. 3 goals on the empty netter. And then, of course, Aiden Hill stole the show, and the Vegas Golden Knights clamped down another playoff-style victory. Nice to see the Oilers, though, hang in there in their first real playoff test game of the season. Friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. Thanks for being aboard here on the post-game show. We'll catch you later on. And, of course, if I'm catching you right now and I've already hit 15,000 subscribers, thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this passion of mine something that I never thought it possibly could be. So thank you so much. And, friends, we'll talk to you tomorrow as the Oilers kickstart a new week, a new situation after winning 16 and losing to the Vegas Golden Knights. And friends, welcome aboard back to the live stream here. Sorry for having to do that post game, but thank you for being aboard tonight. Really do appreciate you being along for the ride this evening. It's been a fantastic hockey game. I think, of course, we're all a little bit disappointed, but we'll survive and we'll be fine for the Oilers moving ahead for a little bit here tonight. Friends, I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. I guess right now to sit here and say, for those that might have taken the quote to heart, 15,001 subscriber. Thank you so much, friends. It's my pleasure to do all this thing for you, but yeah, we got this job done here tonight. So thank you for being aboard, and we will talk to you, friends, tomorrow.